the Rock Johnson at us.
They were
And we're
throwing
like,
Dwayne
no!
the Rock Johnsons at us. A society of giants chucking Dwayne Johnsons at us.
A
Uh,
shotgun that shoots shotguns. A shotgun that shoots shotguns. Did you seen Super Fight? One of the cards. A shotgun that shoots shotguns. And the question is, if the shotguns it shoots are like loaded, then that's actually a useful gun because you basically be generating arms for yourself.
all right. Well, we are on. Speaking of Dwayne the Rock Johnson. Last we left off, the guys gone WIldemount. You all were riding south, and the Goblin geared up airship of the Raven's Nest lost only one crew or passenger to some kind of Aarakocra barbarian that was snatching people off the deck. Managed to get out of there and away from whatever weird tribe of mounted combatants was going on down there. Made your way to the ruins you were heading to find them and completely overrun with giants. Some of you went to go negotiate with their leadership, while others decided to join some of the goblinoid crew in raiding the ruins for treasures. You were eventually caught in that endeavor and had a chased out of the city montage where some of you took some massive hits. You have since scrambled up onto the airship as the giants chase, and the giant priestess, who was part of the party talking to you, slaps the stone giant leader on the back, who then floats in the air and starts flying after you guys. So you are all currently hovering roughly 20 feet in the air with a very large stone giant man flying at you as the other giants seem to be scrambling around looking for rubble to huck at you. The crew is a little paused and stunned, and as the goblin at the helm turns to the Kenku captain of Captain Black Sparrow, goes, "What do I do, Captain?" And the black crow-like creature turns over to you all and goes, "What do we do?"
Climb! Climb! Climb!
Let's see, Dylan, you might need to turn your audio up a bit. All right, the airship. A couple of the goblins start just frantically pulling up the anchor. Another one turns and pulls a lever to start gaining some altitude and pulling away. And the ship does start to move away, although the stone giant is gaining on you all.
Are we angled in such a way that I guess Bud would look at the ballista on the side?
Yeah, there is a ballista on each side, and sort of a setup of ammunition near it. You guys, the initial instinct was for pulling away, so at the moment you guys are angled away and is climbing at your back, although you could order them to turn if you wanted to try to take a shot.
About how far away is he right now? The giant who's flying.
Within 200 feet or so. That's a little fluid, what with the movement of the ship and whatnot.
Gotcha. Okay. Gents, what do you think we do?
We gotta keep going. We're not turning around. We're not fighting. Go.
Drop the vest.
All right, let's
just keep going, keep climbing.
Bud would take now that we're on the ship, he's gonna take a deep breath and get a second wind. Is that all right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, because I'm hurting.
Oh, but hey, let me help you out with that, and I'll cast Cure Wounds on you at level 2.
Ooh, I'll take it.
2d8. Yeah. Ooh, 8 and 4.
11.
Plus, what's my modifier is? So you gain 15 HP.
Heck yes.
Not
Thank
much,
you.
but it's something. How you doing, Chuchi?
All right.
I'm not doing great, but we'll see.
And you get one too. Why not? So I'll cast Cure Wounds on you, and not as good. You only gain 12 HP.
I go from 18 to 30.
Woo! The goblin with 1,000,000 HP.
Anybody with a polearm, get to the back of the ship. And Bud will take his glaive out and just like point it out toward the giant, I guess. Is he
Gotcha.
like coming at the ship? Like just kind of maybe make a line and try to encourage the people around. Come on.
There's a another bugbear in the passengers who kind of joins you back there, although he just has this like spiked club, but he's still like kind of getting ready. There is a another hobgoblin passenger who seemed to be, they were kind of buddies on a before, who also gets a looks like a spear ready. And it's just turns over like, so we're just flying away till he gets close enough and we're stabbing and poking and smacking?
I don't know. I've never
Well,
been in
you're
this
not
situation
stopping,
before.
This the best we can do. Just get ready. Keep going.
And you guys you're shoulder to shoulder with the goblin who is piloting the ship, because the pilot controls are basically right up against the back there. The Captain Black Sparrow goes to the right of of Bud, and just turns over. It just turns over to Bud and just goes, poking or something, and pulls his like this clockwork handheld item, takes aim at the giant, which is quickly closing the distance, and you get to as this large explosion happens right next to you. You see a pellet kind of go just into the club that the thing is, but it just sort of splinters off the club a little bit, and the giant just like now getting relatively close, just looks like, does anybody speak giant? I think we covered this last time that nobody does,
I
but
do not.
double check.
About how far is he right now?
You do see the hobgoblin with the spear kind of looks confused and is just like, it's just, who are the Lake Sisters? And at that point, we should probably get into initiative.
Yeah.
As you
Oh,
guys
gosh.
are getting barreled upon.
Lucky die.
About how far away is he right now, and how high up are we?
This is about to be to scale.
Oh, dang.
Um,
Damn.
Get a grocery bag.
Oh, not great. Not great.
wait, where is my...
Got a solid 10
Ooh,
on my initiative roll there.
I got a big 4.
It's a big 4.
the biggest four
Up
you've
if you
ever
can.
had before. Make sure we got positions here. All right.
I didn't know he was that close.
Yeah, he was within about 60 feet before, and then on the last round of doing things, he's closed to within, he'd be about 15 feet from the back of the ship. So let's get those initiatives. Chicholito at a 10, you said?
Yes.
Okay. Borg?
I got a big 4.
Ooh.
The big 4.
And a 14 here.
14. All right. Okay. You guys would have had, as he's closing the distance really quickly, there is a bit of a failure in piloting of the
No.
of
What's
the
that?
goblin running the ship. Seems to like overload one of the the accelerator lever. Pushes it to a point where it apparently switches into reverse slightly. Um,
Oh my gosh.
and NPCs can run that ones too, I guess.
That's amazing.
So the ship almost completely comes to a halt. Not enough to fling anybody in any given direction, but the ship ends up about there as the stone giant barrels in pretty close. And looks like... So that's what's happening with the ship, and the... given the movement speed of the stone giant, he's going to end up here, although he's currently about 80 feet back from the ship as we check initiatives. So your Captain Black Sparrow reloads and fires this strange clockwork handheld item, and once again just goes wide. Just kind of fiddles with the thing, trying to reload it again. The rest of the crew seems to scramble around. These guys have been turning the ballista as far backwards as they can and getting it loaded and ready to go. But he's screaming out like, "What are we doing? How are we getting out of this?" The dude with the parrot tries to get into position to take a shot as you see the eyes of the parrot glow and some sort of energy flies out at the stone giant.
What is this guy's deal? This parrot's been shooting fireballs all GD day.
That is one hit. That's 8 damage. You see an energy blast just out of this parrot. It's just like, "You'll never take me alive, giant!" It just blasts into its thigh, and it's just like, "Oh, hello!" The hobgoblin here gets his spear ready, and he's just like, it's like, "Who are the Lake Sisters?" And to everybody else, and the bugbear is like, "Who cares? It's gotta die anyways," and gets his club ready. And next up would be, let's see. Well, it would be the giant next, who flies up to this position, and from there, because of his 15-foot reach, decides to take his great club and just swing it on the bugbear on the far towards you flank, or towards us flank of the screen.
Right. Oh, he's gonna get rocked.
Well, you would think so, wouldn't you? Let's see.
I would.
So the first swing just goes wide, like just completely misses that side of the ship, and it spins around for another clubbing. That one does hit. It's for... There's a club across the face of that bugbear, who just flies off the side of the ship, falls the 100 feet down, and then just into the dirt.
Not
Low likelihood that guy is still alive.
I'll say.
This is really bad,
You
guys.
see the hobgoblin turn and be like, "Agsuba!" As his friend falls to the dirt below. Comes over to Bud's turn.
Bonus action rage.
Yep.
That's my last rage, by the way.
Gotcha.
because I used one in the hunt, I think.
Yeah.
For a little arm wrestling.
Near.
Let's see. I've got my glaive out, so I've got that 15-foot range.
You have the same reach as the stone giant, so.
That's right. And for some of them, I can out arm wrestle.
Right.
All right, let's do it. So yeah, I'll just I guess I'll strike across. No. It's a 12.
12 is gonna miss.
Yeah. And then I will
You guys watch as the glaive from Bud sort of strikes. I mean, the guy doesn't have armor in particular covering him, but his skin is just thick like stone, and it just kind of scrapes across his chest, not penetrating to deal any damage.
I'm gonna head back to the ballista. Can I move? Can I make a movement that way?
Yeah, you can move.
And like
you are in his threat range, so moving does provoke attack of opportunity.
Dang it. Yeah, because I want to we're not positioned for the ballista, but maybe we could get positioned.
You are right by the controls. If you wanted to give it a shot to turn the ship, you could try to just fumble at it.
Yeah, I'll just use my movement to just kind of fumble at the control. I'll just turn around and just be like,
right. Make an intelligence check, but at disadvantage.
Okay.
You are raging and you are not familiar with these controls at all.
I'm just like, you gotta move. I wanna move there, and I'm in his range. 6.
6. Yeah, you fumble around and grab a lever and pull and
move. And then I guess that's the end.
Right.
I think that's the end for everyone.
It's just everyone's end. Yeah, you guys hear something kind of like no effects yet on the deck of the ship, but something's happening. All right. Now that's gonna be Chuchulito.
Okay. Everything is great. Everything is fine. So I'm within his threat range.
You are just outside of it. He moved up so that the back row of people were in his threat and then stopped.
Huzzah. Let's see. I didn't find any items that make giants fall out of the air.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, so we have the ballista. No one really knows how to use it. There's not really a good thing here. You know what? I'm just going to run to the other side of the ship.
Okay. The other side of Parrot Man?
Yeah. And I'm gonna hide. And I'm gonna shoot the guy. No. The other side isn't away from the giant.
Oh, far away. I gotcha. Now the back is raised up. Like there's stairs up to it. So depending on where you go, you may or may not have a shot. If you make it all the way to the other side,
I can't see him anymore.
No, well, he would have cover, so he'd just have an AC bonus basically.
Okay, yeah.
So as far as you can get, you could get, I'd say you could get around the next kind of, there's a little bit of a railing there that you can kind of duck behind.
Gotcha.
Go for it.
Okay, so I'm gonna hide before I shoot.
Yep.
Can't find my dice, so I'm using my phone.
So you kind of keep low and duck between a bunch of like crates and people and.
18 for my hide.
18 and yeah, that's good.
Okay.
So take your shot with advantage.
All right.
Perfect. We're looking at Ooh, that's a crit.
Ooh.
Got
Oh,
a 20 and a
dang.
5.
Let's
Ooh.
go.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it's hard to see. Okay. Then I have to roll so much. I assume that hits, right?
So, yeah, oh, yeah, for sure. And then, so you got your D6 from the bow, and then you're, what?
Yeah.
You're at 3d6 for
3d6.
sneak attack, plus,
Yeah.
so that all gets doubled, and then you add your modifier.
Okay, so 5d6 is going to equal only 13, which isn't great. That
5d6?
doubled is 26, plus my modifier would be another 5. So that's 31.
31. Yeah, quite the hit. He definitely felt that. The guy's just out of kind of nowhere from everybody's perspective. This arrow just flies into deep in the left shoulder, to the point that the arm goes limp, and he's just like, the hobgoblin once again going like, "What spell?" Like, it's an arrow. All right, so that's Chucholito. Comes over to Mr. Borg.
I see all this stuff going on. I wanted to do it when he was a little bit farther away, but man, is he fast.
Yep.
Being there and seeing him, and him being within 120 feet, about how high up are we?
About 100 feet.
I'm going to cast Dispel Magic, level 3.
Oh, all right.
Oh.
And I'm going to target his ability to fly.
You're going to target the fly spell that is affecting him. That might just straight work.
That would be
I believe so.
Bow, 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 bow.
I'd love to see it.
If you do that, like what a prepared what a prepared man you are.
I mean, I don't question it. It is a handy spell to have.
It takes up a slot, but goodness, that would save us.
Right.
Arcana domain spells, man, always prepared.
Oh yeah, you just
Love it.
always have that. Let's see. Ba-ba-ba.
Choose one creature, object, or
Oh,
magical effect within range, 120 feet. Any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target ends.
Yeah.
For each spell of 4th level or higher on the target, make an ability check using your spellcasting ability.
She did not upcast the fly, so all right. Now he is within reach of the ship, so I'm gonna give him a check to see if he can grab the back end of the ship.
Sure.
Come on, ones.
This is gonna be a dex save, and he has a +5. So it's gonna be.
It's anyone's game right now.
Come on.
I'm gonna set it at a 15. He's got to roll a 10 or better. That's a 15 plus his 5. Reaches out and just grabs the back of the ship, dangling below it. Let's see if we can do this carefully. Whoop.
Oh, this is
well
kind of
done.
cool effect.
All right.
There we
Oh, my.
go.
So relative,
my.
he is just
Yeah.
holding on very much for dear life. This big mitt of a stone hand just grabs right behind the goblin who's piloting, who just kind of looks back at these fingers that he could basically sit on. He's just like, ah! But yeah, that works.
With my bonus action, I go over and I start kicking his hand if I can.
Bonus action, well, your movement to get a little close. You don't have kick as a bonus action, but
I'll just say I'm doing it for flavor.
Yeah.
Like,
Go,
move the fingers off! Get the fingers off!
all right. Captain Black Sparrow reloads this handgun, points it right in the face of this stone giant that's holding on with one hand, and then just says like fingers off, and takes his shot. And just he just goes again, keeps hitting the club and he's just like, it starts reloading his gun. Quiet, cat. Man, that Kenku cannot roll above a 6 today.
Thank God we went out of our way to save him.
Yeah.
It's been a real boon.
Let's see. Alright. The goblin piloting quickly undoes what Bud did to the controls. It gets the ship to stop. The ship was just starting to careen to the left, but not in a helpful way. So, got that. He had to spend his turn fixing that, but it's fixed.
Arguably helpful.
Right. The goblin with the hook hand and the parrot goes to here, takes aim and tries to blast, and misses.
What the fuck?
Yeah, he's just suddenly screwing. This guy can't get close enough to do anything, although these two are looks like they're attempting to get up. They heard the order to chop the fingers, but they can't quite get close enough to actually do anything about it. Let's see. The giant would be up. Now the giant has a decision to make about what it wants to do about this situation. Giant is gonna go for... Let's see. He's gonna make his athletics check. Alright. Oh, Jesus. Cat is like... Cat's owner's been with her boyfriend for the last few days, and I was so freaking out. Alright. There are a pair of large smashes of wood and stone against crystal.
How smart is this giant?
Really pretty smart. That's 21 and 2. Yeah. You guys hear a smash and another smash and the sound of crystal and glass breaking and shards falling and the ship starting to pull to the side and also starting to tilt. And you get the feeling that one of the crystals that keeps this thing aloft has been heavily damaged. Possibly not completely broken because the ship is still somewhat maintaining altitude, but you get the feeling it's not going to take much more to get this thing falling out of the air. That's what he spends his turn doing. Yeah, cat, move. Bud. Oh, you're muted though.
Bud will reach down, just try to smack him with his glaive.
Just try to smack him. Got it.
20. 20.
20. Natural 20?
Nat 20?
Natural 20.
The crits we need.
The crits we need. Not the crits we deserve.
Okay, so, yeah. Let's go.
Bury it. All right, so that D10 gets doubled, and then add your bonuses.
Okay. Oh, bummer. Why does it do that when I do this? Okay, so 4 is my... 4 is the... Because I got 2.
2
so,
doubled, yeah.
So it's 4. And then plus... Let's see, where's my... Plus 4 for the strength. But then I add rage.
Yeah.
So 6, 7, 8, and then rage is +2.
Yeah.
So 10.
10.
So 10
10
total.
damage. Still,
Hey.
you land a crit on him, and he's in a precarious situation. So I'm gonna make him make a strength saving throw. Which
Maybe it only did 2 damage because you just critted a pinky.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh shit!
What was that? I can't.
I critted his pinky.
um,
I can't see the roll. My
It's
end
a
call
5.
button is right over the. Oh.
Well, time for me to roll some dice. So you may have only crit the pinky, but the thing about losing a finger, when you really need to be holding on to something, it's pretty distracting.
True.
So that's all right. So as the finger gets chopped off, the giant's like, "Oh!" and instinctually like lets go and recoils his hand, and then plummets a full 100 feet straight down into a plume of dust as it hits the ground.
Fuck you, jabroni!
Ah!
Yeah.
Does he die?
He
He might not have died.
you guys just see him fall, and you see the cloud of dust from where he landed. So it's hard to spot offhand how he's doing, but it does after that go to Chucholito.
I can see where he landed.
Not from where you are. You'd have to go to the edge of the ship and look over.
I will go to the edge of the ship.
Okay.
He's like obscured, right?
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check. See if you can see him down there in the dust.
Sure. That's not bad. That is going to be a 12.
12 is... He's pretty big, so yeah, you can see him standing up in the dust cloud down there.
Gotcha. I'm going to hide and then shoot.
Gotcha.
I have sharpshooter, so attacking at long range doesn't impose disadvantage.
Sweet.
Nice.
So I should get advantage on this, right?
If you make your self check, yeah.
Yeah, okay. My stealth check is, well, not great. It's 11.
Ah, okay.
But I am 100 feet above him.
You are, yes. So take your shot, although you do not have advantage. So it is just a straight up shooting at him.
That's 14. Also not a very good roll there.
14 is a miss.
Okay, well.
You managed to, just shoot like next to him as he's sort of getting up from his fateful fall. You have about 5 feet of movement left if you wanted to back up off the edge of the ship.
No.
No? Okay. It would be Mr. Borg.
He's about 100 feet away.
Yeah.
Can I tell roughly how bloody he looks?
You'd call him bloodied, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm hesitant to shoot anything at him. He was trying to kill us, but he also was asking about something. The Lake Sisters and a spell. Yeah, I hold action. I take the dodge action.
Take the dodge action, alright.
Yeah.
Sounds fine.
I can just see Borg like scrambling around the deck, like.
You can't hit me. You can't hit me. I'm going too fast.
You see Captain Black Sparrow turn to the one piloting and goes, "Too fast! Too fast!" Trying to communicate something to the pilot. Pilot. Cool. Pilot kind of moves, and as the ship does end up turning, it does give the operator of the ballista a shot, who takes aim. Oh my god! So I give them disadvantage because this particular goblin is not trained on siege weapons. But when you roll 2 nat 20s in a row,
Oh,
Jeez.
what? Damn.
yeah, that's not what I expected to have happen. All right. So almost is the same amount of damage as the fall gets then buried right in his chest, and the goblin's just like, ha ha ha! Score 1 for the goblins.
How much damage did he do with a ballista?
He didn't roll great, so it was 26. Which is still
Wow, you rolled terrible on that fall damage.
yes. Also true. Oh man. The other guys are running over here to help load the ballista. It would come around to Bud. Bud is muted.
Are we descended at all?
No, you guys are still 100 feet up.
100 feet. Okay. I'd probably switch out for my longbow, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I think I would. Switch out for longbow and just come to the side of the ship and fire one off.
Give it a shot.
It's a nat 1.
Haha.
Oh,
Well, we needed some to balance stuff out.
Yeah. So there you go.
Arrow just fires off, gets caught in the wind, and ends up like firing the opposite direction. Let's see. Oh, I skipped the giant on accident. Let's have him go. He's gonna search around. Oh shit! All right. Manages to find. Manages to find 3 properly sized rocks right around where he fell. And he is gonna chuck.
Oh dear.
He's gonna chuck a rock. He's gonna go after Bud, I think. He's either gonna go after Bud or the ship. He's gonna go after Bud. Okay.
nice.
See this massive rock fly up at you guys.
No.
That is.
No.
Oh wow, he has a huge bonus to that rock. I thought it'd be different. Yeah, that's a 23 to hit Bud.
Yeah, it does.
So let's have Bud make a dexterity save.
Okay. I'll use a different dice than the one that did a 20 and then a 1. Just like, oh man.
Oh no.
A 5?
A 5.
Is dexterity, should I add my dexterity modifier?
Yeah, you had your dexterity
Oh,
modifier.
okay. 7.
7. Okay. So This rock hits you and knocks you prone, but I'm gonna say you've managed to like grab the edge of the ship.
Okay.
Just like, oh, in a precarious situation where you could,
I could take a
you
fall.
very easily could fall, uh, straight down into badness. Oh man,
And then
Mini's not cooperating.
how much damage did I take on that?
So that was 28. Although you're raging, so halved to 14.
Okay. Oh, good. Oh.
Hey, thank God you cured wounds, huh?
I know, and I did
Right?
breath. Yeah. Thank you for that. All right. Okay, I'm still up. I'm hanging on.
Whoa.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Okay, come on, Tacky. There we go. Holding on to the side of the ship.
There we go.
Chucholito.
Yes.
You see...
I'm just gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna try to shoot him.
Gotcha. Gonna go for your
I'll
hide?
hide first.
Yep.
It's 28 on the hide, so
Oh, yeah. So you get take your attack with advantage.
the attack is going to be 25.
25 is a hit.
Okay. Then it's going to be 18
18
to
damage.
the damage.
Nice.
I rolled much better than I did on my fucking crit.
All right. And any movement or just hanging out there where you can keep an eye on
Yeah, I will I'll kind of stand in like the middle of the ship because I saw Bud get absolutely
get wrecked by a giant boulder?
bodied. So I'm like, ah!
Yeah, the edge of the ship is a hard place to be.
And that's my turn.
All right. And Borg.
I'm gonna do Cure Wounds on Bud at level 1.
So you're gonna run up to him.
Hold on,
You
buddy. I'm
kinda-
gonna help you with this.
You kind of touch his forearm where a lot of fur and skin got scraped off by that rock, and
Yeah, that's the 6 big fat. What the hell fell? 6 HP.
I'll
Not much, but it's something.
Thanks.
all right. Comes around. Captain Sparrow runs up and seems to be searching for the words to say, but can't find them. Just go like, thanks, and like is gesturing forward on the ship. The pilot. Oof. All right. Pilot's like, okay, and like pulls some levers and the ship starts to descend, and the the Kenku captain is like some sort of like goblin gibberish, and it's like, wait, what? And so they're trying to figure out the controls. They are rolling very poorly on their operations checks.
It's what they deserve.
The hobgoblin runs down to makes it sort of below the steps behind the ballista, pulls a javelin, chucks it, goes wide, doesn't end up doing anything. The goblins try to reload. One's helping the other, so he gets advantage versus his disadvantage. Straight roll works, so ballista gets loaded. They take aim and take a shot at the giant.
Get another nat 20.
Okay, let's see how badly that goes.
Ooh, that doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
Okay, wow. So they take aim, and the goblins are loading the shot, and they're like, "Loaded fire!" But unfortunately, one of the goblins still had his hand on the bolt. So you guys see the ballista fire as one of the goblins goes. It goes. Is launched, still holding on to the ballista shot, gets flung out, and he's hits the ground with the bolt nearby the giant, and just immediately is splatted across one of the boulders. And
Well, at least we're okay.
the giant looks down
That
like
wasn't that bad.
confused and looks up confused, like, why are you firing your crew at me?
Everyone important survived.
Another goblin nearby goes over to the OSHA sign and flips the days without accident from like 20 to 0.
20's a fucking stretch on this thing.
That's
Right.
fair.
We did have someone die, not even yesterday, earlier today.
That wasn't their fault, though. That was somebody attacking them.
So this is their fault.
That wasn't an oversight in their procedures. That was
That's amazing. Impressive. 20 days is impressive.
Yeah. Looking closer at it, it might have been that they confused where to put the 2 for 2 days.
Very true.
Oh man, that's awful and amazing. All right, we'll get back in correct order here. The giant is up, who is going to have to make that decision again. All right, this time he's going to take his shot at the ship, trying to knock that levitation crystal to make you guys have to land. And that's at disadvantage, and still a dirty 20. So he does hit.
Wow.
Although I do like that term, dirty 20.
Yeah, it was coined on some content creator. I don't know who.
That's a good way to put it.
Right. 18. Yeah, another 24 damage to the crystal on top of what he did with the club. The back end right side of the ship crystal shatters. Bud, you can see it from where you're dangling. As the ship careens in sort of a spin while it's falling off the backside. I'm gonna have Bud make a strength save.
Yeah.
I'd say, well, you have an advantage because you're raging still.
Yeah. It's just a strength check.
You're just holding on as it goes into a tailspin.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Let's go. 26.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh!
Yeah, you got Borg, you watch as Bud's hand like slips from where it was holding on, but then just grabs the railing, and it's just a big mitt just holding on, arm extended as he's in this falling spiral. So
Does
ship.
the rail slightly bend a little bit?
Well, it's wood, so it would break versus bend so much. But,
I don't break it.
You hear a slight creak, but you are holding on, and it's holding fast. But the ship is spiraling downward. You're losing. You've lost about 15 feet of elevation at this point. So it's in a. It's not complete. It's not falling like a rock out of the sky, but it is spinning downward. Let's see. That's giant. Bud, it'd be your turn.
Can I use my as much movement as possible to climb back up and / just climb up somehow?
Yeah, make an athletics check.
Okay. Athletics. That's good that it's athletics. 11?
11, yeah, I would say that's just enough. You crawl yourself back up onto the top of the ship.
And I assume since I was like prone, that used like half my movement or something.
Yeah. You kind of have to climb up past Borg.
I'll go. Yeah. This is complicated. Are we turning?
Yeah, you guys are spinning clockwise.
I don't know if since I'm raging, I probably wouldn't think of this. Would I think to go to the other ballista? I don't know if I would, because
Make an intelligence check real quick.
15.
15? Yeah, you'd come up with it.
Okay, I'd be like, oh, big gun, oh yeah.
And
I go to the other one to start loading it.
It's already loaded and ready to go,
Yeah.
and there's a goblin like gunner there who's just like, I'll assist you. And so are you gonna hold your action to fire that ballista when it gets to where you can aim it?
I'm assuming the ship is like just turning, and that eventually we would be on the other side. So yeah,
that might happen actually in short order. Come to think of it, I don't think they've. That actually would have happened because the ship's turn is at the top of the order, so the ship has done a full like spin as it's been dropping.
Oh heck yes!
So we'd say it's like right as you're getting over there, it's getting aimed. So you can take your action to just aim and shoot.
Yeah. I'll just run up to it and release it into him. See if I can hit him. Let's go.
So I'm gonna say make a straight ranged attack.
So this guy that's helping me,
yeah,
and he's like where that other goblin was.
A little bit. He's sort of up in it a little bit, trying to help with the aiming.
So I rolled a nat 1.
So once again.
Oh no.
Oh my god!
It flies.
No.
Let's see here.
No. No.
Why?
We've had more casualties from just ourselves trying to shoot this guy.
You know what? I'm gonna give this goblin. An attack. He's being flung directly at the thing.
Oh,
kamikaze.
Hell yeah.
Kamikaze style.
Oh my gosh.
Nope, that's a miss. So it's like, I'm taking you with me, and his two short swords just shatter on the chest of the stone giant as he splats against his chest and then falls to the ground. And he's just like, oh. You hear the hobgoblin off the side be like, we're not trying to fire crewmen at you.
We're not trying to do this. Oh my gosh. These ballista are like so deadly.
They've arguably done more damage to the crew than to the opponent. All right, Chicholito.
Well, I'm not gonna fucking fuck with these ballistas. I can tell you that much. That's a trap.
They have killed more goblins than anything else.
Same thing I do every night.
God, these ballistas are deadly, aren't they?
These
Watch
are-
out if you're a goblin. My God.
So Chicholito gonna kind of sneak up and then take
straight
the
up
shot.
20 on my stealth check.
Oh yeah, that'll do.
And then my attack is going to be a 19.
19, yeah, that's definitely gonna work.
And I'm going to do 16 damage.
All right. You do take this shot and buries right in the sternum of the stone giant, who does drop to a knee, club on the ground, and is just and like coughs a bunch of blood out onto the pile of dead goblinoids that have been flung from the ship. He doesn't appear to be capable of doing much attack-wise, and may very well be just bleeding out over there.
Good.
Okay,
I will move back to the middle of the ship.
gotcha. Borg.
I healed Bud last round, and then the round before that, I was resigned to let him survive.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think I'm gonna do that anymore. I think I'm gonna do magic missile at him, just level 1.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, that's basically 3 different instances of damage, so death saves aren't really a thing.
Oh, he is bleeding out.
Yeah.
I thought it just looked like he was bleeding out.
He kind of looks up, mouth agape, blood coming out his mouth, and then just this trio of energy bolts just knock him completely dead. That is a dead stone giant leader.
He was still attacking us even after we tried running.
Now, I should say, a couple 100 feet away, there's about a dozen giants of various varieties that have been gathering boulders and things to use as projectiles, who are starting to make their way towards you from the edge of the city.
Wait, how far away?
They're just a few 100 feet away. They're not that far. This whole aerial battle has been going on as they were gathering, basically, attacking supplies, which to them is just giant chunks of rock.
Oh my god. Can we climb? Are we still going down? We gotta get out of here, gents.
You see Black Sparrow hook off a rope and tie it to his belt and swing below the ship, as examining the crystal that was keeping them aloft. Utterly. Oh wow. Oh god. That's a lot of ones. Okay.
That's all to his death, isn't he?
The ship is currently roughly 50 feet from the ground, as he did not help, and the ship has continued to careen and drop in that turn. The rest of the crew is like, what are we gonna do? Oh wow. The dude with the parrot says, I've got one option. It's not good, but it's an option. And runs, jumps down. I need someone to help me. Who wants to follow the guy with the parrot?
I run over to assist.
Cool.
Yeah, I will.
All right. Borg and Chucholito following the dude with the parrot into the depths of the ship. Who?
Before he does whatever he's gonna do, I just make sure to guidance him. Just a heads up.
Whatever he's gonna do, you just want to
Whatever
make it
he's gonna
easier
do.
for him to do.
That's right. You can do this, buddy. We got you.
Oop, wrong button. Filter on. There we go. So, Borg and Chucholito going down into the depths of the ship. There, and you guys have been down here before. It's where your quarters and things are at. But he brings you into a sort of in the kitchen area. Just throws the table out of the way, and there is a little like trap door underneath that, which he pulls up, and you can see a deep pink glow happening below the opening. He just jumps. He jumps down, and as he looks up, he's like, "It's me a tight fit, but I think it'll work." And gestures you two to follow him. Climbing down in, you can see what is a crystalline chamber, almost egg-like in its shape, connected at the base and at the top with looks like bronze metalwork, and on the inside like a vibrating electricity of energy going on. He points at some controls, and he's like, "This is supposed to be, if my readings are correct, this is a way out, but I'm not strong enough to pull the lever on my own." both of you can make an Arcana check, looking at the controls and this whole like situation.
What is it? 21.
Nat 20.
Oh,
Which is only
shit!
Yeah.
20.
For a 20.
So Borg actually had a better number than me, but I did get a nat 20.
That's awesome. Both of you looking at this, there are symbols of arcane nature. There are symbols that remind you slightly of Elvish. And Chucholito especially, you look and you do see by the controls, there's something that vaguely translates to emergency escape. And Borg, you recognize something it says as planar shift. And it looks like there is some sort of control here to cause the ship to plane shift to just like leave. You don't know exactly what's gonna happen, but something along those lines.
Do it. I'm not there, but do it.
Oh shit. So two boulders from the approaching giants hit the ship at that point. One of which is a nat 20. So
Hit the button. Hit the button.
Oh my god.
So
that's like 50 damage on one of those rocks.
I would definitely, because I only was able to decipher the one that says emergency escape.
Right.
I'm pulling or hitting or pressing or pushing.
Oh shit.
Yes.
Chucholito, make a strength check for me.
Plane shift. Plane shift. I've wanted to plane shift so much.
Oh, it's only an 8.
Okay. Borg, you watch Chucholito just is like not quite doing it. Needs more force.
So feeling the ship probably like rock suddenly.
Right.
I got into myself and then I try it.
Do it.
So strength check, just normal strength, straight
up strength check, yeah.
Oh my god. So 23.
Ooh.
17 plus 4 plus 2 for strength.
The lever falls all the way down. You see the energy supply in the back flicker and vibrate and then dissipate completely. And you feel the ship kind of land and like grind to a stop. And you guys are now in pitch darkness in the bowels of the ship. No light source whatsoever. Just the gray outlines of the interior. Bud, you are on the top of the ship, and you see the like a half dozen or so of the first line of giants getting to you within range, just hucking rocks one after the other, and a couple one hits really hard on the side of the ship, knocking out another one of the crystals, and the ship is like plummeting to the ground, and as it plummets towards this like rocky, deserty patch, you just see everything just goes bright, and as your eyes adjust, there's just a field. Like a hill with a field of grass and greens, patches of purple and pink in the grasses, as the ship just slides down a hill to a stop. And you look out over what looks like just a strange land of natural beauty, a dual sun setting, pinks and purples across the sky, and you're just looking around. You see a couple of like 4-winged birds fly by in the distance, and you're just looking around, just like, and a bunch of the goblins are just like, "What the fuck is this?"
Oh my god, I know precisely where we are.
And with that, I think we take a 5-minute break. So bathrooms and whatnots, and we'll see you guys back in 5.
All right.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
You all,
I prepared a horse neigh.
Borg and Chucholito, as you and the first mate make your way up to the top of the ship, seeing this gorgeous, like, for lack of a better term, just perpetual springtime happening outside. You do hear a strange, like, whistling off to the side, as there's a man with these, like, sharp elven features, but like extra long, like, pointed ears, kind of almost reaching around the back of his head. Sort of a greenish skin, like fresh grass that's grown, and hair that looks like fresh grass. An outfit of, like, seems like patchwork armors with an angled sword to the side, and a cloak of, like, flowing, looks like fresh growth leaves. Is doing, like, a song and callback with a bird on his finger, just like, and the bird's back to, and it's just going back and forth as it walks up. Gets within about, get kind of the attention of the crew, and kind of looks up, only about 20 feet away from the side of the ship, and is just like, Ula sulan tuleilon. Does anybody speak Elvish?
I do.
You hear them call out in, like, an old, oddly formal, like, dialect of Elven. A little bit, if you ran into, like, an old man in Spain and you spoke Spanish and you can understand each other, but it's a dialect you're not super familiar with. But it's just like, well, that's a large boat that's landed in the field.
Is he within, like, talking distance?
Oh yeah, he's only, like, maybe 20 feet away.
Let me see. Hello there. It's nice to meet you in Elvish.
Right. you as well. They refer to me as Dara. And, like, looking over everyone, it's just like, is this language adequate, or should I use some other tongue to speak with these folk?
Would you happen to speak many? No, common.
And it's like,
in Elvish.
and Common responds back, I believe I picked up the dialect of which you're referring to.
Outstanding. I don't speak very good Elvish.
He
Where
goes,
are we?
It's permission to come aboard? Is that the phrase? And Captain Black Sparrow kind of, like, crawls up from behind a crate, just, like, stars in his eyes from the landing. Is like, permission to come aboard, and you see him just, like, disappear and then appear on the deck of the ship. And the bird then, like, flies away from where he was. It's like, this is a interesting vessel. How did it arrive?
Emergency escape.
Did look like you've taken some damage, yes. And takes another look around. Well, welcome. These fields don't get many visitors. Stay off the purple grass and you'll be fine. There's much abundance. Don't think you'll go hungry if you have any ability to forage. Do you have a mission in particular here on our fine fields?
Bud drops the raid, I guess. I mean, it's been a... but,
You're still freaking out.
Rage ends.
but he would just say, like, do you know, this is really a weird question, but what do you know of where we come from?
I assume from looking at you the prime material.
Yes.
Oh, a fair amount. I've had some dealings with Singorn when it's made travels here. You can make a history check to know what he's talking about.
Yeah, I have no idea. 6?
6? No idea what Singorn refers to.
Nope.
Um,
If you so, where are these fields in particular? Where are we now?
he kind of
On
looks
what
around and goes,
plane?
he, oh, which, oh, you are on, you've had a, quite a journey. You are familiar with the Shadowfell?
Yes, I believe I've studied it
Ah,
in
you're not
seminary.
there, don't worry about it.
This this doesn't look like it.
This would be the other side of the coin from the material plane. This is known as the Feywild.
Interesting. All right, and where in particular in the Wild are we, Dara?
Here. Okay. Gestures to where we are.
Oh no. Oh no. I've got a bad feeling about this.
This is what you wanted. This is what you wanted, bud. All right. Thank you for the help. Is there anywhere to maybe buy trade around here?
Well, if Singorn has had some sort of major issue on the prime material, they come sometimes. They're
And they
only
would come here.
yes, they bring their city around that way. A few days travel is, I think, the slang for your people.
I just kind of look around to the group. Don't
Hey,
really have much to say.
You can make a history. Any of you could make a history check to see if you know what Singorn is.
Bud doesn't.
8. I'm not familiar with Singorn.
I got 17.
Oh,
Singorn, you don't know much, but it's a major elven city on Tal'Dorei, the next continent over from WIldemount. So it's a little bit like it's a bit as if someone like if you're in America and somebody's mentioning Paris, you're kind of like, but they're talking about Paris being like on this other plane of existence, and you're kind of like, wait, what? Yeah, what you got?
Do you know from here, I guess, what direction would we go to get to Singorn?
He gestures. What would that like? There's not a normal northeast west going on here, but he gestures kind of in a what just off to one direction, kind of off the rear of the ship to the left. Generally that way, there's a river and a forest. Uh, you'll see a mountain on your right if you continue that direction, and it should be just beyond it.
Great.
Okay.
I say should be because you know mountains, they get around.
Thank you.
Yeah,
We...
I do know that.
they do? All right. All right. So, we pressed the button that said plane shift, and then we were there, and now we're here. How's the ship looking right now?
Real effed up. Aside from it took several boulder hits on your way down, and technically crashed, doing some more damage. It would probably take a crew that knew what they were doing on ship repair. It'd probably take a good 2 weeks to get this thing ready to like float again, and plus it seems like 2 of the crystal units that make it fly have been utterly destroyed.
Oh, double dang. Um, hey, would this be, if we had to, would this be a safe place to camp and maybe rest up, Dara? Would you say?
Kind of goes like, I don't personally, but you could
Okay.
if you
And
want.
I've never seen a person quite like you before. What's your story?
Oh, I've been here for some time. I believe You all were created in my early teens. Um, Not sure how to explain it. It's a little different than where you come from. I was one of the peoples created by the gods to exist and worship them and go about our days. And we've chosen to live here, away from the petty goings on of the material plane, and live a more pure existence, closer tied to our creators.
Right.
That actually sounds pretty nice.
Oh, it's great. I've got a he like gestures over the next hill. He's just like, I've got a patch of food growing that keeps me sustained, and I get to go where I please, do what I like. We don't really age as much as you all do, and if I get bored, there's always birds to talk to.
Right. All right, gents. Did did you?
I want to talk to birds.
I'm at a loss for words right now. What do you guys want to do? Do you want to get up and go hike over to maybe this elvish city that may or may not be here? Dara, where are you going out of curiosity?
Oh, well, I came over here because a sailing vessel crashed into a hill nearby, and then I talked to you all, and next I will go where I want to go next. It's a strange question.
You
Well,
made your answer. All right. Um,
would you like this? And Bud pulls out a +1 great axe. I have an extra.
He just like looks at it and goes, not my preferred method of offense,
Oh. Okay.
but if you'd like to trade for something, I can see what I have.
Sure. Yeah. Since you're the only one I could see around that maybe want to
What?
make use of my new acquaintance.
Sure. All right. Well, if a few of you want to follow to where I'm currently resting at the end of the day, then sure, come about. And he just sort of, you guys have kind of been chatting for a little bit, and just sort of hops down off the side of the ship, um, and starts walking through the field.
He said avoid the purple grass.
yeah, don't wanna step on that. It seems like. All right, so let's let's find out where people are at right now. I kind of do inventory of everything that we have.
Mm-hmm.
I find everyone and make sure that they're okay. At least the folks that didn't obviously fall off the ship.
That didn't
Right.
get ballisted off the ship.
Yeah.
Yes, there were two other crew that were resting below decks who are have since been geared up, as well as Erders, who has been apparently putting on his heavy armor this whole time, because that does take like 10 minutes and it's only really been like 5 minutes of action,
Yeah.
as far as the round by round goes. Kind of climb up from below decks, and it's those guys. There's two other, so you've got like four general crew. The first mate, who has the parrot with the laser eyes. There's the pilot, Captain Black Sparrow, and then the hobgoblin fellow, who seems a little distraught because his friend fell to his death against the giant, and now he's in a strange place with purple grass.
Gotcha. So I guess it's up to you to tell me how familiar. Like, these monstrous races and elves in particular don't have the best relationship. Would an elvish city be a safe place to go?
You might get some resistance, because there's some cultural clashes between like orcs and elves sometimes. But but you are not a band of orcs approaching the city, and especially coming from an area where elves and orcs, well, drow at least, um, but drow and orcs all live side by side without really any issues. So you probably wouldn't think it'd be too much of an issue, although you're aware of the possibility, historically. But again, you're not an army of orcs charging the city. You're an orc.
Mostly goblins.
Yeah, you're an orc and some goblinoids. If you brought like the whole ship along, you think you guys might get perceived as a raiding party of orcs and goblinoids. But if it's just like the 3 or 4 of you, you think it'd be like, oh, okay, this is just a group that's in the Feywild coming to approach. You don't think you'll be given the key to the city when you show up, but
Yeah.
I think you'll be okay.
Do you think we should make the ship like defensible, just even though it's about falling apart, but like set camp inside here where there's no purple grass, and then we could send some of us out?
I feel like that's not a terrible idea. I feel like that's a pretty good idea. At least we can go out and go do some looking. I don't know what we're going to buy. I don't really know how to fix a flying ship with magic crystals. At least I don't think I do. Would I know what we need to get?
Make an Arcana check.
That's what I would say if I was a dummy, but I'm not. And that's a dirty 20.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
You believe that with a sufficiently high-leveled caster, you could reform the crystals with their pieces, but you lack the pieces. The pieces were all shattered on a different plane of existence. So you would have to find some alternative. But you do know if there's a city where the entire city is making itself move to the Feywild, that they probably have some kind of ability to repair it. So that is probably your best bet, is to get to Singorn as far as repairs.
Gotcha.
and he said that way like 3 days, and there's a river, a forest, and a mountain on the right.
Yeah, well, he had some cryptic things to say about mountains and how many like days would go by.
Yeah, he said that in air quotes. He said that mountains don't tend to stick around. I don't even know what that means. But I feel like that way's our best bet.
Yeah, if we could get the materials and maybe bring back somebody who could help, or at least tell us. And I never would have thought of this, but this headband hurts right now, but is there like some sort of book that tells us kind of what's on the ship and about the ship, like instructions? Maybe we find inside.
If you guys wanted to spend time exploring the ship and trying to investigate for ways to repair it, you could certainly try.
There might be something.
You do see Dara at the next hill, kind of waving.
If that's something you wanted to do, I'll assist you with it. But maybe we could go get someone and bring them back here?
Yeah, that's probably the best one.
Let's go catch up with Dara. I feel like he's got something to say. And I don't know if they join, but at least I kind of walk over.
Sure.
Cool. Yeah, you guys head over there. You do see what looks like a small hut. Give me a perception check as you guys are taking a look at it.
Ooh, not good. 9.
19.
18.
Oh.
Ooh. Yeah, taking a look at it, it's not a teeny tiny hut. It seems to be essentially a tavern, is what it looks like. It's sized like a tavern, it probably has a few rooms, more than this guy would need for anything in particular. But what it does have, which seems really weird, is the main support post that it seems to all be built off of. It at the back of it there, it's like a tree trunk sized pole with like giant sized feathers off the side of it. It almost looks like an arrow or a bolt or something, but like insanely sized, with then a large building built off of it. And the building is a bit angular, where it looks like it has smaller rooms on one side and large rooms on the other. And he sort of walks up to it, and looks like he's got rows with purple and red leafed vegetables of some kind growing up out of it. Just a few rows of plants going, with birds around. It looks like a half complete fence that he's been building around it.
Don't be near me if I shoot the ballista that fires that thing.
Yeah, I'll make sure not to be. This is what is this place? If you don't mind me asking, Dara, is this your home?
Oh yeah, this is I call it Dart Tavern.
Dark Tavern.
Dart.
Okay.
Yeah, Dart
Dart.
Tavern.
God, of course.
This was darts?
Does this place move?
I can move it if I need to. Yeah.
Okay. Could you move it to Singorn?
He's
I
like,
like
would take a while, but
Oh, okay.
technically,
Okay.
I got a little while before I can harvest my crops here, though. So, not gonna.
You probably want to stay put. Okay, yeah. Of course, that makes sense. All right. What can you tell us about this place? Is there anything that we should know before we start heading to Singorn?
Well, we covered don't step in the purple grass.
Yeah, not gonna do that. Sounds bad.
Don't howl near the forest.
Right.
Okay.
Don't make any deals you're not comfortable with, completing your end of. Deals struck are enchanted, for the lack of a better term, while you're here. So make sure you're going to follow through on your end of any bargain you make.
And just so we're clear, there's not an easier way to, what'd you say, flip the coin, get us back home?
Oh, I mean, if any of you know how to plane shift and you have a tuning fork set to the material plane, then you can just right back on over.
Oh, simple as that, huh? Great. I'll start walking.
I don't know.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go with him. But it was nice seeing you, Dara. Hope you're here when we get back.
I don't know. That all kind of depends on the winds and all that, but
Oh, right.
It was nice to meet you, but if anybody ever comes into the tavern that would want something like this, and I pulled out that great axe, if you have something to trade that could help us on our journey.
maybe. Let's see. It takes a look at it and goes, "That's pretty good made." I have one little curiosity. Kind of hops inside for a second. Almost immediately comes right back out. With looks like a wand. It's a shaft of wood, but it's kind of kinked in a few places. And he goes, "I have this wand of wandering, which you, again, probably half a dozen times a day can use it to teleport to different locations.
Yes.
It's a bit."
Deal.
He goes, "Oh, all right." Hands it over, takes the axe, and gives you the wand. So
Friend.
you have a wand of wander.
Wand of Wander. Heck yeah. Thank you, friend.
I love this character.
Okay.
Well, Bud cut him off halfway through explanation, so he just stopped explaining. And, well, good luck to you. We'll see you all on your return journey. Hopefully all goes well. Remember, don't howl by the forest. And make sure your deals are fair. And don't step in the purple grass.
Okay.
Seems simple enough.
All right.
It always does seem so.
So I head over back to the airship, and
Yep.
I kind of give people the rundown. All right, so we're going to leave. You all stay here. You've got your defensible position now. Dara is around the corner if you need to talk to him. Maybe if you need something, he can help. We're going to go to the city. We'll be right back.
So,
Okay, bye. Guys are on your own.
And the Captain Black Sparrow leans up and is like, on your own.
All right, okay, I'll see you guys later.
The first mate hobbles up with his peg leg and is like, if you don't mind, I'm going to send my parrot with ya, just to keep an eye.
Is this old Laser Eyes you're sending with us?
What?
Laser Eyes. He's got the lasers that come out of his eyes. He sets people on fire with them.
Okay, no idea what you're talking about.
Okay. Perfect.
Just
send him with us.
Completely regular. He takes it off as his parrot's just like, just dead eyes. And it's just a completely regular parrot coming along for fun.
Can I vote against the parrot?
I mean,
sure.
yeah, if you want.
I'm against the parrot joining us.
Can you explain more about your feelings?
I feel like it won't help us and only be a hindrance. And the only possible reason that he would want his parrot to come with us is if he's going to, I don't know, spy on us.
What are you talking about? The parrot cannot spy. It certainly can't keep an eye on you for safety to make sure the crew would know what's happening.
Captain, you don't want us to be harmed, right?
Obviously not. You're like our only way out of here. We have no other options.
Okay. One of our members is uncomfortable with the parrot.
It's me. I'm uncomfortable with the parrot. I'm voting against it.
There's no reason to be uncomfortable with the parrot because the parrot isn't keeping an eye on you in order to make sure you're all safe. The parrot is just a parrot. It certainly isn't relaying information back to us to let us know the progress of your journey and whether or not we are screwed. It's just a parrot.
It could be useful to have a one-way communication so you know if we were in danger. However, one of our members still feels uncomfortable, and whether or not you see that his feelings are valid, he still experiences them.
You're very right, Bud. It would be useful to have some one-way communication to at least inform the crew of what's happening. That would be very useful. Unfortunately, it's just a parrot.
Oh,
I will take this opportunity to remind you that we're not part of your crew. We paid for passage to the city. This is completely different. We're not part of your crew. You keep your dirty bird to yourself.
Very well. Consider yourselves delivered to your destination.
for the record, not all of us are uncomfortable about the parrot, which may or may not be a communication device for you. But it stands that we feel you should respect our party members' feelings.
I
Then
feel
it's
like
decided.
I feel like there's a lot of feelings. I don't know how relevant all of them are to the current situation. But if you don't want the parrot, you don't need to take the parrot.
I want the
Really? You're giving it you're hard selling it.
I kind of want the parrot, but I'll go with what you say, Chuchi.
God, I just don't want to have a parrot squawking at us the whole time. I know it's going to be annoying.
You have
Can you
never
be
once seen this parrot do anything but shoot lasers from its eyes.
I don't want
Can he be like less, just like, can he be less lasery and more sneaky?
I'm sorry
Sure.
I complained. We could bring the fucking parrot. Jesus.
Broke Adam.
Here, and Bud pulls out. My head's kind of hurting, but Bud pulls out a little mind calming tea, and he goes, "Here, Chooch, you should have one too."
Have your little mind calm tea, yeah.
Yeah, because my head hurts after that negotiation, whatever it was.
Yeah, all right. So, you all are gonna just start marching in the general direction that he pointed at for Singorn.
Mm-hmm.
Do we
Alrighty.
want to rest first, or am I the only one who got rocks thrown at me?
I think you might have been. Don't wait. No, I think Chuchi got banged up too. Maybe we
Yeah.
should spend the night
I,
here.
I definitely could use a rest.
Maybe
Awesome.
we could go talk to Dara and see if we can stay in this fancy tavern.
Yara had maybe ale.
No,
If it's a
okay.
tavern, there might be drinks.
Yeah, we should go talk to him then. Real quick. Come on, let's go. Head back to Dara's place.
The dark
Um,
tavern.
Dora, hey, back again. Just for a
You
little
see him
bit.
there just sort of tending to some plants, and he's just like, yes, what can I do for you?
Quick question, would we be able to stay here the night? I see that you've got plenty of room and some quite nice digs.
I do indeed. That should be fine. Yeah. Do you
What
have
currency do you use here?
not much need for coin, although if you have gems, that would be useful.
Gems. Hmm.
How about a parrot that shoots lasers?
It's
got
not ours, though.
Takes a look at it and it's just like, oh, hello. And the parrot just like turns its head. It's like, you chose these. Oh. Oh, that sounds fun. Well, why not right now? Oh, I understand.
The parrot?
You see
Right.
the just
Annoying
like
it all to bring.
the parrot just like dead eyes towards him and just turns the head occasionally back and forth. It's just like,
He's gonna kill that parrot when we go to sleep.
He is.
oh.
The parrot's gonna be like a warlock patron or something.
It'll come back in his nightmares.
Yeah.
He just, well, hang on, let me see, and like pulls back into like his vest and cloak, and it just digs around a little bit, pulls out like what looks like a couple of little acorns, and he's just like, I got a few, and tosses one of the parrots, like catches it and like crunches it up and eats the nut from inside. And it's just like,
All right. Out of curiosity, what are you talking to that parrot about?
it's purpose in life and why it chose to travel with folks of the material plane.
Right. Of course. All right. Well, I got no gems to give. I can give you.
I do have something you all might be interested in. I don't know the next time I'll go to the material plane, but it sounds like gold and whatnot is coins pressed out of the metal seems to be important to you all, so I might need some of that if I do ever travel there. So let me come around back. You guys follow him to the backside of the building, and along that side there are large like mason jars that are kind of, they almost seem like planted in the ground, or they're at least in the ground at level, and the lids are off to the side, but there are these little patches of the purple grass he's been talking about. Looks like he's got about half a dozen of them, where he has the purple grass growing in the jar, and he kind of just carefully walks over to one, takes the lid, and just like screws it on, and then like pulls the jar up out carefully and goes, okay, These would be very powerful projectile weapons if you wanted to chuck them at your enemies. So I don't know what's a reasonable amount of gold for something that could incapacitate an enemy. 100 gold each.
Uh,
Yeah.
I am flat broke, gents. I'm flat broke after buying this wonderful suit of armor. Um, in game terms, what does this thing do?
You have no idea.
No idea. Okay.
It is
Yeah.
a jar of purple grass.
If we pay a little extra, maybe could we buy some ale and lodging?
Oh yes, indeed.
Yeah, I think we could take that. Bud would hand him like 11 platinum.
Sure. Yeah. So he hands you one of these jars with purple grass in it, and is like, yes, and I have a alcoholic beverage that's preserved and in a good barrel inside, and plenty of space for you all to rest.
Yeah, excellent. Thank you.
Anything else? Any
So
of you others want one of these?
It's a jar of
Uh-huh.
like the purple.
You said that.
Huh?
You said when you throw them, they explode.
Well, the jar is just glass, so throw it hard enough to break on whoever you're assaulting.
And then
Well, then the grass would hit them and be disturbed. You're not familiar with the purple grass.
No, we
Oh.
just got here.
It will spend a week.
That's why we're asking.
It'll spend a week screaming at them. There's no
That's
escape. They will have no peace.
Just screaming.
A week screaming at him, you say?
I don't feel
stop.
like you've ever experienced the purple grass screaming at you for a week.
No, do I want to? But would you say that it would be hard to get sleep? with
It'd be
your screaming?
very difficult to rest. It'd be difficult to do much of anything.
Okay, out of game. this could be like an attrition weapon to like throw at someone, and then they don't get a sleep, and then they rack up
Dude.
levels of exhaustion.
This is like, yeah.
I'll see you in a week.
torture device.
I'll see you in a week. You'll be so sleepy.
I'll call it Jar of Feywild Purple Grass Bomb.
Yep.
I like it. I don't have money. I don't have money to buy it, but maybe if they want to purchase some, that might happen. For just room and board, because I am a fancy boy as part of my flaws. How much would you say to stay here and not maybe the ship, and maybe get some food and some ale?
A platinum piece seemed to be a fair price.
I think I paid him enough already.
Oh, okay. That's good because I don't have a platinum piece. I have 3 gold pieces. I don't have
money
much.
for that?
Forgot how utterly broke you are.
It's so pretty though. It's
I
so
forgot.
shiny.
It's just so shiny.
Standing
It's
this gold gleaming full plate. I've got no money.
Oh
Oh,
my
Don't
God.
you worry, Borg. I am incredibly rich.
Oh, thank you. Bless you, Chuchi. Bless
I've
you.
spent almost no money this campaign.
By the way, I forgot to ask you more details about this, and I pull out this crooked wooden wand.
Oh, yes.
I don't even know what it does, but it was really cool to get it.
Oh, well, it helps you wander.
When you say that, that's kind of what I don't. I realized I didn't know what that meant.
If you use it, you will then be somewhere else. As well as others nearby you wish to bring with you.
How far is the somewhere else from the where I was?
Within a mile? I haven't tested it too extensively, but that's as far as I've seen.
That's cool. Thanks. Is it controlled at all, or is it just like,
Oh, no, it's to wander, so the precise location is up to fates.
Oh, okay. Very fun.
like horizontally or like vertically as well?
Oh, you land on ground every time I've ever seen it used.
Okay.
So
You gotta ask. It seems like a lot of things around here get pretty screwy.
that would be fun.
That's a good question. And then would I use it like how many times could I use it until it explodes or something?
If you use it a full 7 times in a day, it may disintegrate on you. So
Okay.
I wouldn't stress it more than half a dozen uses.
Okay, got it.
So none more than that. Makes sense. Makes sense.
So out of game, if you use an action to activate, you will teleport. Well, you and up to I think it's 7 nearby creatures. It's sort of like a teleport spell. You'll teleport to a random location within a mile, and an occupied space, at random. And if there is no space to go to, which seems unlikely, then you just take like 4d6 force damage by trying to teleport when there's nowhere to go. So.
Interessante.
Yeah.
All right.
Like
well,
it.
I'm going to bed. Not guys.
I'm gonna drink some ale.
Yeah, you
Whatever.
see, he brings you guys inside, and there's a bread that is sort of like a deep purple, and he's got like a few loaves of it off to the side, so he starts cutting some bread slices, and there is a deep pink fluid that he pours into some glasses and hands out, and it tastes a bit like if beetroot juice mixed with like pink lemonade was also alcoholic. So it's a lot of flavors. There's like a lot going on. You take a drink and you're like, is this terrible or amazing? And then you take another drink and you're like, I can't tell if it's terrible or amazing. And then you take another drink and you're like, I still am no closer to understanding.
There's this place I went to in our world called McMinimans, and it's pretty like they sometimes have drinks like this.
The true
Man.
prime material plane.
I'm just sad that Craig's not here to experience the Feywild.
Wait, who's Craig?
For all we
Oh,
know, you are
Yeah.
Craig.
Craig's his alter ego.
Just
Well,
here
for
to
all
maybe,
we know,
like,
Craig is the real Cucholito.
Yeah. Possibly.
Oh my god.
How great would that be? Oh man.
That's gonna be like a big reveal at the end of the campaign. I think Craig all along, bro. I'm just
I've
here
been
to
cragging
get
out
some
this whole
facts.
time.
Yeah.
I've had to hold back my enthusiasm, but wow, guys, it's good to be with you.
All right, so you guys get a meal of interesting bread and drink. You have a safe place to rest for the night. You hear a cat meowing from the outside. Does anyone investigate the cat noise?
Yeah, Bud investigates.
Bud takes a look outside. Make a perception check.
Okay. 20! Natural.
Natural.
Whoa.
Woo!
Whoa.
We're rolling incredibly well.
You do
Well,
have
I
a
had 2 1s
Yeah.
and 2 20s this session. That's the most extremes.
you have a small window, and you look outside, and there is what sort of looks like an owl perched on a fence post that hasn't had the fence built up to it yet, and the head like turns around, and you see just like a cat face just. And there seems to be and there's a second one that like lands nearby, and they're sort of doing a call back and forth, and then they both just like kind of flutter off, letting out some meows occasionally.
Bud just remembers the advice to maybe not like howl, and is like, I better not like meow back at it, and just go back to sleep.
They land nearby again, meowing at each other, and then you see Dara run out with a broom, and it's just like, get out of here, you meows! And it's like, get out of here,
Meows.
Oh, okay,
get out of
that's
here,
good.
meows!
Meows. I love it. That's going in my notes.
The meows.
Bud saw meows.
Dear diary.
Today I saw some
meow.
meowls. It was weird.
Today I talked about feelings with Chucholito. He hates that parrot.
Dear diary, he hates feelings.
He hates feelings.
That Chuchi. No one talks to feelings with Chuchi.
Don't talk about feelings with Chucholito. It'll summon meowls.
I assume we safely.
Yes, you guys safely rest for the evening. Get back hit points, half of any hit dice that had been spent. Spell slots and abilities are reset.
We never. I would also have taken that time to attune to my bracers of archery.
Yes.
So I didn't have like the full breakdown of what those do.
I can look that up instantaneously. Wow, this cat needs attention.
Wow.
Hey.
Hey.
And then you don't pay attention.
Hey.
Hey.
That's so.
Hey.
And then Borg,
What it
you wrote down that you have that bronze shield.
Yeah, I already got it implemented. 21 AC.
Whoa.
So the bracers of archery, they give you proficiency in longbow and shortbow. Although as a small creature, longbow would still be at disadvantage if you tried to use it.
Even if I'm proficient.
Even if you're proficient, you still have disadvantage because it's considered. I think it falls into the heavy category, so that it requires 2 hands of a medium-sized or larger creature. But either way, you get +2 bonus to damage rolls.
Hey, I'll take it. And then, do I have to attune to the boots of Spring and Stride? And also, what do they do?
You do need to attune to them.
Okay,
And,
then I would have done that because right now I only have 1 attunement. So
right. While
have the
wearing
slot.
them, your walking speed becomes 30 feet, unless your walking speed was that or higher already. Your speed is not reduced if you are encumbered or wearing heavy armor. And in addition, you can jump 3 times your normal distance, though you can't jump farther than your remaining movement would allow. So you get a
What?
triple.
Do we have anyone in the party that has their speed lowered by armor that could use these better than me? Because my speed's already 30, so I just do get the jump.
Oh.
So
I'll
the
But
Wait.
because your
As
long
a goblin, isn't your speed 25 or something?
No,
it's 30.
Oh, dang.
Goblins are very fast.
Dang. No,
And,
that makes sense. If you'd have it, you're super dexterous.
the triple distance jump is actually relatively useful because I think your long jump distance is your strength score. So it goes from if you at least have a 10 strength, it goes from being 10 feet to 30 feet, and being able to clear a 30-foot gap on just a regular old running jump is often can
I
come in
will
handy.
take it.
I think
Believe me. I just wanted to make sure that there wasn't someone who could use like all the things.
Right.
All right. Stone of Good Luck. Is that an attunement?
I believe that is not attunement. Let me double check.
And then what's the full?
Oh, it is attunement. So it is an attunement item. So you get a +1 to ability checks and saving throws. So basically everything except attacks. So all skill checks, saving throws, any random ability check, you get the nice little +1 on that.
Do either of you want that?
And what was it one more time?
Bonus
+1 on skill checks and saving throws.
you go. But
I mean, that would be nice for me for a handful of things, but if you could use
I already
it
have
more-
my all my slots filled.
Oh, damn. Okay.
I'm attuned to 3 things.
Bud, how do you feel about this?
I feel like you bought us that time while we were exploring and finding this stuff. So I was actually just gonna suggest if you wanted this wand, or if you wanted like this cool sword that lights up that your arch rival had.
I gotta be honest. I'm not super good with swords, but I absolutely want it just to pull it out and play with it. But, it's completely up to you. I know you are the weapon man.
Well, if I mean, at the very
A
least,
dot
it
is my
lights up.
weapon. Got it. Oh, sorry, what's that?
Oh, at the very least, it lights up for you
Oh, daddy's
if
nuts.
there's goblinoids around.
Sting, I shall call it. Yeah, if you don't mind, sure.
Yeah, I'll give you the moon-touched longsword from your arch rival to complete
Woo!
your suit.
Moon-touched longsword. And what was the item that you gave me, Chuchi?
Stone of Good Luck. It's a little cat head with the gem
Meow.
eye.
Is Borg proficient with longsword?
I am not. I was just gonna have it at my hip just to have it. I
Essentially, to
was
have
not
as
gonna use
a
it
torch, essentially, for
as
if it's
the
dark.
torch,
Yeah.
and because I have that dude's weapon.
Oh yeah,
very
just to
excited
make
about that.
be like, I have it.
It's just like almost a decorative piece, just like your suit of armor.
It's not that you wanted the Porsche. It's just that that douchebag had it, and now
That's-
you have it.
It's you want it because he wanted it.
And so let's see, Stone of Good Luck. That is an attunement thing.
Yes.
Yes.
Is the anti-scry brooch attunement also?
Yes.
How about the Armor of Gleaming?
No, I don't believe it is.
Because that's like a minor enchantment.
Yeah.
Neither
Okay.
is the sword isn't. The properties are innate to the sword, not a.
Yeah, and then I don't think the +1 shield is either. So
Yeah, plus
Oh,
one
it's-
shield is not an attunement item.
Okay, cool. And the Stone of Good Luck gives me a +1 to everything I'm proficient in?
Basically everything, but it's all ability checks, so all the skills, and all saving throws. Yeah, +1.
+1.
So basically
Oh
everything
my
except
God.
everything except attacks.
Gotcha.
yeah, incredibly good.
It's actually very good.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mostly that's another one that like because I'm a rogue, so I have expertise. So like my important skill checks, I'm handled on.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Yep.
I get a +7 to
Right.
my like stealth checks.
So
You
good.
know,
That's
it's-
what Shayra had.
As a rogue, you get to a certain point where it's like anything you roll can't be below like a 10 or something like that.
Right.
Yeah,
Insane.
So crazy.
All rolls are at least a 10 at a certain point with your. Oh, I think it's all your proficient skills too. It's not even like or something like that. It's it's way
absurd.
better than I thought it was when I first glanced past it.
That's nuts. Okay.
This
Well, thank you very much, guys.
Yeah, well, thank you for buying us some time.
Thank you.
yeah. I'm glad I remembered because I knew like when I sat down and like opened my notes, I was like, oh yeah, I have so many items. Now is not the time.
Enough times in a row, Chuchi has been like, "Yeah, sure, I'll take that," and people have just been like, "Sure." When it's not an item that's like, when it's like a full plate, then obviously the fighters that and people that use full plate are like, "I want it." But when it's like, "Here's this thing for bows," it's just like, "Yeah, here, let Chuchi have it." And
Did Dara
eventually,
leave out-
Chuchi has this amazing armory of like everything you could possibly want.
Did Dara leave out like a continental breakfast?
So you guys get up in the morning and you all armor up, come out for what would be like a breakfast. Or it's kind of hard to tell though because it was pretty much bright sunlight when you guys went to bed, and it's bright sunlight when you get up. But you feel though you've had a rest. And when you come out, you see Dara like you can tell it's the same person because the features are very similar and the outfit is arranged in the same way. But when you come out, all the greens and like kind of like vibrant features have all shifted into being sort of brown and slightly more like more aged, and also has a female appearance at this point. Has picked up traits of as though their very sex has changed. and sees everyone in the morning. He's like, "Welcome! It's so great to have everyone back. I prefer you call me Daro, and as I am shifted for the day. And if you would like, I've had an early harvest of some of our root vegetables from outside. So we have, and you can hear a little crackling of some oil going in a pan. And he's like, "It'll be fried up in just a moment." And turns around and is kind of working the stove there. But the same like angular sword. I think I forgot to mention it, but one of the pointed ears has some jewelry, kind of like ear piercings off of one side. Those are all still exactly in the same place with the exact same jewelry and everything. Just their entire getup and even gender has changed since yesterday.
Interesting.
Same person, but it's like a different person.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Well, that sounds wonderful. Thank you very much, Daro.
Daro.
Thank you,
Daro.
Breakfast is served. It's like a wonderful like fried purple potato kind of thing. It's been there's like a dash of seasoning is put on right at the end, and those are all put out for you guys. It's like a very interesting take on potato wedges, essentially. But a fine breakfast with a similar odd alcoholic beverage that goes with it for breakfast.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Go.
So are you all taking your journey to Singorn today?
Yes.
It's wonderful to hear.
We hope for a safe journey.
Oh, yes. Well, you should be in luck because decades past there was a bit of a trickster that went about the fields, making for strange deals, often in their favor. In particular, they were looking for resources of Singorn, and so any travelers they tried to trick them about. But it seems like they've exited this very plane of existence at this point. So hopefully
Good for us, but concerning.
Hopefully we don't meet that thing.
Who knows? Maybe they made
We
it to
could
the
really
material
use a
plane.
win.
When you say this, you wouldn't happen to be this.
She gets a bit of a laugh, and it's just like, "Oh no, no, no.
Good.
No, I farm and I explore and I go where the wind takes me from day to day."
Okay, good. And I'll finish the rest of my drink. Go.
Right. And she's, I have a few more of those purple grass projectiles if anybody else wants one, but otherwise, have a fine journey. I hope I see you back here soon.
You absolutely will. I assume we're going to be leaving the way we came.
Correct?
Couldn't tell you.
Alright, well, see you when we get back. Take care.
Farewell. And she lets you guys out the door, and you guys do take a look around. It does sort of look like everything's shifted a bit. The bright green grass has almost like it's gone like it's gone past to seed, and then drooped back down. So the grass is all sort of starting to brown and is bent over a bit. You can still see the patches of pink and purple, that are around, and you can see your guys' the top of the mast of your ship over that next hill, over there. Are you all going to start your journey? We'll call it westward for towards Singorn.
Yeah.
You do have we'll say Erders is around just in case you guys like have Monkey pop in next week. But yeah, Erders is kind of keeping up. Although Erders doesn't usually have a ton to say, and he's kind of looking around just like, this is weird.
He's not wrong.
Yeah. All right, you guys start marching. Everybody give me a perception check. Bud will need to unmute.
13.
Good.
5.
15.
What was that from Bud?
5.
5.
Nice.
Bud, give me a dexterity save.
No. All right, come on. Yeah, it's a 19.
19. You guys are all walking along, and you, in the corner of your eye, you catch Bud, his large legs like going down towards a patch of purple grass, and then you see him like catch it just at the last second, and like swing his leg out of the way and skirt around it and manage to not step in the purple grass. You see the purple grass itself just sort of like shake slightly, but then calm down.
That's the grass, guys, just so you know.
That was very.
It looks like that.
That was very close. That was
If we
very
can avoid
close.
a week of screaming, please, by all means, let's do that. We'll call that a win.
I couldn't agree more.
Who is leading where you guys are going? Who's taking the lead?
I assume this is a survival check. That's not my strong suit, boys. I could if you wanted me to, but if you guys are trained in it better, I could assist.
Survival.
I mean, it's not really mine either. I feel like I might be leading. I've got these new boots.
Right.
You know,
I'm
new boot goofing.
I've had some.
occasional running jumps just for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've lived in the wilds before, but this is a little different.
Right.
But I could maybe help.
What is Chicholito's strength score?
Strength is a 12.
12. Oh, okay, so we can clear a good 36 feet on a running jump now.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's ridiculous. That's just silly to think of. So Chucholito, give us a survival check.
Guidance. I'm guiding.
You're guiding me?
Or
I'm
guiding.
guidancing you.
All right.
At that D4.
Ooh, I needed it. Yeah, 12.
12.
Thanks
All
for the
right.
+3.
Yeah.
You guys travel through the grasslands. It's a big winding path to kind of dodge the patches of the purple grass. You see the pink grass, and the part of you's like, let's just not mess with that either. Just keep moving along.
Pink grass. I mean, it's close to purple.
It's close. It's close enough. We don't want to mess with it. My mic. My headphones. Oh, jeez. That's what I get for trying to pet a cat. Okay.
Yeah.
Just in case anyone hasn't seen New Boot Goofing.
New boot goofing.
Wait.
I had to send it in the chat.
New boot goofing.
Oh, damn it! My phone's not here. Curse.
You find what looks like the forest in question that has been mentioned. And you guys have been just marching for a couple of hours. But you do see a small forest. When I say a small forest, it's weird. From this angle, it looks like just a patch of trees. But as you try to get around it, and because it looks like it's maybe 50 feet wide, so you just move to like go around it. But as you go to move around it, you just never find the edge of the forest. You keep going and going and going, and you go for a good 10 minutes, and you just never find the edge that should have only been like 50 feet away. But
Shit.
the farther you try to go left, the more it's just like keeps going.
Hey guys, I think we have to go through the forest.
Don't howl. Anywhere. Don't howl.
Oh yeah. Don't
As
howl.
Taro said,
I don't
howl.
do much howling, but double, triple, no howling from me.
I don't either, man. This is a weird sitch. I'm doing my best to get through it. All right, here we go. Right
So
through the forest.
don't use the wand of howling that he gave me.
Don't you? Did he give you a wand of howling?
No, it
Oh
won't
my
go.
god. Bud, you trickster.
I
Ever since you got that headband, you just been cracking the zingers.
Thank you. Thank you. It's fun to know a little bit more, but I do miss when things were either good or bad and you just hit it to make the bad go away.
Nuance is a curse.
So, what are you guys
We
doing?
Go
I think we're
through
going in the forest.
Forge
Going
straight
it.
through. Yeah.
Going straight into it. All right. Chucholito, roll a d12 for me.
That's a weird die, but
That's
sure.
weird.
It's a 3.
Ooh. All right then. You all
All
enter
right
the
then.
you all enter the forest, and it's you exited the field in fall essentially, and as you enter the forest, it immediately enters winter. And looking behind you into the field is mostly dead grass with patches of snow, um, aside from the purple and pink patches that are back there. The trees are being sunk down with like a layer of snow that's been peppered into their weird like needles and leaves, a patchwork of trees that does not make sense. As you travel into it, the floor of the forest covered in just dried out pine needles and the occasional patch of leaf pile. The piles of leaves almost seem raked into position, with needles everywhere else. Let's have everybody give me a perception check.
9.
8.
18.
8, 9, 8, and 18.
Did you add 1?
I did.
Very
I
cool.
remembered.
That's very cool.
Stone is great.
So you all moving forward, Borg, out of pure luck, weirdly enough, as you kind of keep looking around, you catch a branch just like shift as if it had been bumped into by something, but then there's nothing there.
Gents, I don't think we're alone here. I think that there's something nearby.
Friendship. We have each other and we're not alone.
You are not wrong. And I cast Detect Magic
Ooh.
within 30 feet of me.
You see,
If it's that parrot, I'm gonna freak.
Isn't the parrot still with us?
yeah.
You guys had agreed to it, so yeah, it's just sort of like
Oh, I thought
it like goes to a perch and just sits like staring intently, and then it'll go to another perch and just sit staring intently. But Borg, as you all are continuing forward, you take a look around and you see about 3 or 4 different little spots of magic. You can see the school is illusion, and it sort of it comes in and out of that like 30-foot range.
Okay, and I can see a faint aura around any creature or object that bears magic.
Yes, that is pretty much what you're seeing, is a faint aura. And you can see, since you can see it directly, you can see the school, or interpret the school as well.
Do I know if it's a humanoid? Is it a creature?
It looks too small to be humanoid, but you can't really tell the exact, like, it's not giving you a silhouette. It's just a vague glow in that spot.
Okay. Gents, I think that there might be a few small things around here, so just keep your eyes open. Hello, in Elvish.
Mm.
We have come to make pasta. No, wait, that's not. We've come to make peace. Come out and say hello, please. I would like to talk to you. I say out loud in Elvish.
Uh, make a persuasion check.
Ooh. Why would you do this to me, Jeff? Oh, actually, that's 11 plus 3 plus 1. We got a 15.
15.
Hey.
All right. You don't get a response in particular. Um, the the fluttering things that are that glow with some magic all just leave your sphere of influence. Um, there's a what you do see is that in front of you, around 100 feet away, weaving in and out of the tree line, kind of walking towards you, seems to be a baby deer, um, but with like leopard spots to be is the closest analog I can get to it, except for they're in a really odd pattern of like purples and whites and blacks, and but it comes up and then it kind of like seems to be chewing some sort of like fresh vegetable, and it kind of looks up to you and it's just in common, just what is your purpose?
We're just trying to get through to oh god, I forgot the name of the city.
Singorn.
Singorn.
Singorn lies not in these woods.
Does it
Right.
lie on the other side of the woods?
There are no other sides of woods.
Oh no.
Ah, beans.
So, we have been walking. We didn't mean to come in here. We'd been walking along trying to get around the woods to get to Singorn because we were told it was in this direction. Would you help us get out of these woods? Would you help us get to Singorn?
Sacrifice!
Wait, what?
Sacrifice for the people.
We have a
Safety.
What sort of sacrifice? We got like some food.
we have a parrot.
He looks over. The parrot is acceptable.
Oh no.
10-4, good buddy.
The parrot's head
That's all yours.
turns. This weird like leopard print Bambi turns to the side.
No.
This way, like walks forward like 50 feet. As you guys follow Borg, you see that same like magic is now just like everything. The glow is all encompassing, and a patch of land just reveals like a stone altar, and
No.
a dagger then like drops from you don't know how high into the dirt next to it, and just point down right into the dirt, and the baby deer's like sacrifice.
The parrot.
Wait. We don't know what the deal is with this bird. Would you take anything else? We have money, valuable money from where we come on the material plane.
You hear an echo and chattering from the forest of sacrifice. Sacrifice.
Oh shit. Maybe
Sacrifice.
I have something else to offer. And then
The
I
blood of the
draw-
native shall be spread across the stone for you to escape these woods.
With the blood of a native. We're not natives.
Kind
The
of the head
parrot.
gestures towards the parrot. The parrot, which is like slowly walking backwards.
No. Oh. Sorry, parrot. You're on the team.
Hold on. Can we just discuss the deal really quickly amongst ourselves, if you don't mind?
Sacrifice.
I have a great item of magical power to give you. And I draw the Moon Touch longsword and I place it on the altar.
Cover in the blood of the sacrifice.
Oh my god, okay. Does anyone else have like a piece of meat that maybe we could stab that's still a little bloody?
All right. I have this jar, and inside this jar is a lot of screaming grass. And we could
And I have this wand, and I don't know if it would take us out of the forest. And I assure you, if they find us again, we are screwed. But we get out of here. That's my
I gotta
answer.
say, even by our standards, that's a horrible plan.
That's it. It's the parrot or that. I'm just saying.
I love that. I
But
have
did
this
you
jar
lose your
of
headband?
screaming grass.
No. The headband gives me knowledge, not wisdom.
You got me there.
Or how about just a small amount of blood, and then on the moon touch longsword, I boop, just like cut my finger a little bit, and then squeeze some blood on the altar. The blood of the natives.
Tainted, not
give-
native.
Oh, good God. Okay.
Tainted. I love this guy.
All right.
I'm
What do
looking
you-
around.
Again, this
right
whole
now.
thing from a deer like chewing a carrot or something.
What do you think about my idea? Get out. I've got the wand. We get the parrot. We get out of here.
That's
Why can't we
freaking-
just cut the parrot a little bit?
Okay. Oh yeah, I suppose. Mr. Parrot, come here. And I just kind of like,
Make an
here,
athletics check
birdie.
to grab the.
come here, birdie. I'm not gonna hurt you. Athletics is 16. 13 plus 2 plus 1.
Yeah. 16. You grab a hold of it, and its form like shudders and changes into a like a small creature, thin arms and legs, a mask with like 3 different faces painted on it, and a mask of like worry, like kind of like shifts to the front, as it's like.
All right, guys.
Oh God, I don't
Before-
feel good about it.
Hold on. I go up to Borg. Before we do this, I have one more plan.
Okay, what's that?
I could howl. Do we? Here's this.
There's a chattering from the trees of tainted native went to their lands, the lands of man and elf and orc and other things. What are they? I don't know. Shut up. Left
right.
our lands to serve the others. Now its blood will cleanse the sword.
Do we want? We have 3 options as I see it.
One that makes a lot of sense, in which no one is really harmed very badly, and we get out of the forest. And 2 that are horrible plans that will probably have us stranded here forever in this realm of madness.
Borg, the form that you are holding shifts and twists into that of like a small monkey, like a lemur type thing, and it's like shifts and struggles, and then shifts again into that of like a swallow.
I
Aw.
turn to Adam.
To Adam in real life or to Bud?
To Bud. Playing a lawful good character is so weird. I turn to Bud, and I go,
And Bud joins in.
let's cheese it! Get the wand! Get the wand!
I grab
Chicholito readies an arrow.
I grabbed the group just within us and I pull out the wand. I was kind of like ready if this was going to happen. I'll just like cast it on the 4 of us, or the 5 of us, including the parrot, right?
Including Parrot, sure.
So Birders and Chooch and Borg, Bud, Parrot.
Yeah, that happens.
And we out.
So have everybody roll a d12, myself included.
Okay. Fell off the table. Oh, I'll take it. I don't know what it means, but I'll take it.
5.
1.
6.
8.
Plus 8 is 14. Plus 11 is 25. Okay. So you all just like out of that moment with this like there's a as you guys went woo, the baby deer just goes ah! Like lettuce falling out of its mouth. It's like ah! you guys start to like flicker and flicker, and in the distance you can see a bunch of trees just as something is charging, and you guys just
Oh my gosh.
out of existence. Let's
What
have everybody
the-
roll a d4.
What the
Oh
heck?
my gosh.
3.
3.
2.
Well, we're gonna need a tie break, or no, the 2 threes take precedence. So you all, you guys find yourselves at, based on the 25 total, you guys find yourselves on the edge of the forest, just outside of it, on the other, with a river to your back. The river you had seen in the distance in front of you, past the edge of the forest when you're first trying to get around it. And you hear this like, actually make a perception check.
Wait, so we're on the other side of the forest now?
Yeah, make a perception check.
6.
Oh my god.
9.
13 was 17.
17. Borg, you notice the howls. The howls followed almost immediately by screams.
Gosh.
There's some shit going down in that forest.
No. Did we just send them to their doom?
Yeah, thank God we saved this fucking parrot.
And you do see Erders. Erders flickered in a weird way when that teleportation got activated, and you don't see Erders anywhere. You did see him disappear when the teleportation was activated, so you're pretty sure he's not back there with anything happening. He's just not around you at the moment.
Alright, again, I cast Detect Magic. And then kind of look around to see maybe if he's invisible right now.
You see, when you look over to the edge of the forest, you can see the entire forest gives off a magic aura, at least from where you are. And you would see... other than that, you don't really see anything. You do notice you are in, like, summertime over here. Everything, the sun is bright, the grasses haven't quite... aren't quite springing and like major growth right now. Everything's just sort of a relaxed grassland again.
Okay.
That's what you see in.
I guess my first priority is I would want to find Erders.
Gotcha. You don't have any clues in particular, and it seems like the nature of this wand is random teleportation. So there's literally like no way to know what's going on with him.
Okay.
So, and I look at the parrot and I go, so I saw you're like really a creature, and you know, we kind of care about you, I guess.
The swallow form shifts back to a parrot and just is like,
Anyway, hope that you keep that in mind while you're spying on us. And glad that you're still around, although that Bambi creature is dead. I'm pretty sure.
the parrot like
we just
the
killed
parrot
Bambi.
goes to fly and tries to like fly like forwards, then takes a like lands to take a perch, and then kind of stares back at you guys.
All right, I guess we keep going.
All right, away we go.
Let's just pretend that we didn't just do that. That wasn't us who howled. I don't know what happened. Let's go.
That's... Lawful Good's weird, man. I've never played a character that's lawful good. I wouldn't sacrifice something for no reason. All right, we continue. Out of curiosity, is this a DM move to kind of like temporarily get James out? Otherwise, Borg's priority would be to find.
Well, there's an interaction with his abilities that I'm having pop in here for reasons, but
Got it. Okay.
but also it doesn't hurt that like I don't want to run his character in a combat, and
That makes sense.
depending on what you guys do, there may be a combat coming up. So,
For sure.
moving on up through the grass. Chucholito, you want to give us another survival check?
Of course I do. I would
Your
love
guide.
nothing more. That is going to be a 22.
Ooh. Yeah, you managed
19 plus
to
3 from the guidance.
weave and duck through some areas. You do see a mountain in the distance. It is slightly physics defying, where it's leaned over to a degree that then comes up to a point that doesn't make sense with how gravity works. But you would call it a mountain when you see it. There is also you recognize the winds are in your face, blowing back towards the forest. And give me a perception check as you're leading the group.
17.
As you look back, you see the forest just like flicker for a second, and all of the trees just slightly shift in their like growth and pattern. And then shortly after that, you see branches just as something large seems to move through them. And kind of looking back at the spot where you guys came out of, you see something crash through the forest, and then starts to barrel towards you guys. You have a little notice, but something appears to be charging you.
Let's run.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
All right, so you guys go for a run. That is totally doable. Let's get a Constitution check from everybody.
Constitution saving throw, or just check?
Just check.
And we're running to the other. They said there's a river right in front of us, right?
It was behind you. You guys ended up past the river.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Net 20 for a total of 24.
Wait. So the forest is on the other side of the river.
The river went into the forest, but it was ahead of you when you first got there. And then when you exited,
Gotcha.
the river was behind you. Like you had gotten past it.
I got a 6 on my Constitution check.
A 9.
Ooh. So Bud and Chicholito are kind of falling back from Borg's pace.
But I'm new goofing. Damn it.
You should have jumped. You can jump faster than you can move.
Let me go get what I need to go get.
Oh dear.
All right. I'm watching New Boot Goofing. Zapateria ballerina.
I did not expect you to howl, by the way. I did not expect that. Like, I gave us some options, but I was, like, sort of deferring to you, and when you howled, I was like, no way.
We're doing it.
Let's go.
We'll see if it was the right decision right now.
All right.
New Boot Goofing. It's always his bike. His bike always gets... I love it.
You all can hear the thing gaining on you.
Oh dear.
Very quickly. And so, what would you guys... You have a split second to decide if you want to do anything in particular before it's on you. What would each of you like to do?
I will.
Can we see it?
Looking over your shoulder, it's staying low in the grass, but it is massive. It's got sort of a large fur, big claws. It seems like a large pig creature. Not 100% sure exactly what it is, but it is charging you.
I'll turn and shoot at it.
Turn to shoot.
Yeah.
So there is a mutual awareness, and so we'll need to have an initiative roll.
All right. Let's do this.
I got 10 or 11 on my initiative.
Cool.
And the Stone of Luck doesn't affect initiative, yeah?
Yes, it does. That is an
Oh, it
ability
does?
check.
Oh, dang. So 16. Just straight roll.
Nice.
A 10.
10. You guys are all going before it, but I will shift things around for visual reference.
Ba-ba-da-da.
So when I
it's
said
a
large,
big piggy.
more accurate to say thick.
Big boy.
He's a thick boy. Sort of coming at you.
Is that mini accurate as to how it looks?
Yes.
Can you hold it up? Because I can... Oh, that thing is terrifying.
Yeah. Tongue, purple indeed,
Oh, jeez.
is gained on you very quickly.
You know
Maybe
what?
digress.
I think seeing it's 10 feet away from me.
It is about to be like its movement will put it 10
Okay.
feet behind you.
Then rather than like take a shot at it, I'm gonna pull out my short sword
Gotcha.
and I'm going to so it's like charging with the like charge ability, right? It is charging.
You wouldn't know one way or the other, but it is charging. But first on the initiative count would be Borg.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
As people turn to actually like,
Come
be
on,
like
boy.
it's fighting time.
Oh, shoot. Okay. I am going to bless everyone.
Yeah.
All of us. Let's see, bless up to 3 creatures of your choice within range. Yeah, everyone here's blessed, so you guys gotta add a d4 to attack rolls and saving throws.
Okay.
And that was one action. And then is... Yeah, okay, that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna continue moving forward a little bit.
Alright, so you want to move...
As much as my move will allow. And then... Let's see, bless is a main it's one action. Yep. Okay, that's my turn.
I'll put you as out of field ways. Alright. So you all get blessed, and then it is
Get blessed.
Good blast.
then it is Chucholito.
Okay. I'm going to move to be in the same. I'm going to move next to Bud.
Okay.
And I'm going to take the dodge action.
Gotcha. Alright. And then Bud also is going before this thing. It did not roll well for its initiative.
All right. We are going to attack with a great axe +1. I think I'd have to move toward him though, huh?
Yeah, you could wait for it to charge you.
I could hold action.
Hold action for it to charge you, yeah.
So it's within your threat range.
I'm going to hold action. Can I still use the bless on that attack if it triggers?
It's still on
Okay. And I'll have the great axe. And when he gets near, I kind of want to throw my jar at him, though.
Wait till he's in jarring range and just throw the jar at him?
Yeah. Can I, like, hold the great axe in my offhand and then just pull out the jar? And how far can I throw a jar? Could I throw it at him now?
Because he's not quite there. He's going to be moving to that spot. But
yeah, it's jar or never. I'm gonna
jar.
I'm gonna wait. I'll hold action jar,
Okay.
but I'll have my great axe ready like for my next turn, I guess.
Gotcha. All right. Go for it. All right. It charges. It has to do its move and its dash to try to get to you guys. So it gets to about here, and then you chuck the jar. So this is going to be a ranged attack with disadvantage.
Ranged attack with disadvantage.
Yep.
Okay. Can I use the bless on it?
Yeah, bless still counts.
Okay. Ranged attack with disadvantage. Here we go. Hold on. Okay, here's the thing. One of my dice was in that one.
Okay.
But adding the bless, it's a 5. But it is in that one.
Gotcha.
So
I'm gonna say Bud and Chucholito make a dexterity save.
No.
I'm so mad. I didn't want any of that fucking grass near us. I didn't want the fucking parrot near us. I got a 17 for my dexterity.
Nice. Bud?
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I got another nat 1.
Oh no. Oh no.
So, you all are in the middle of this giant thing charging you, and then Bud goes to chuck the jar. As he does, it slips out of the hand to go straight up. Chucholito kind of ducks and rolls out of the way. But the jar just smashes right on your head.
Oh man!
You take 1 point of damage as the dirt and grass just pour all over you. And Chucholito, you look over as the grass just harsh vibrate, and they just go perpetually on Bud.
Can I, with my bonus action, just go match their frequency?
You don't actually have a bonus action, as this was your held action.
Oh, that's true. On my next turn, I'm gonna rage.
Yeah. This thing just goes up and gets to the two of you, but has used all of its movement to get there. And it's just like, it's just, the screaming is happening back at it. It's just like, why have you summoned me? And it goes to Borg.
I'm just like mouth open, aghast at everything that's happening right now. I don't know if
I've had such bad luck today.
I guess I'll try and break the tension and be like, "It was I who summoned you. We needed your help to get out of a dire situation."
Whole time that's happening, he's like kind of cutting you off. Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Haven't we suffered enough? Listen to what we now have to deal with. Oh, it's a nat 20 and then a 6. So 10.
10. It's just like every time you keep getting a few words out, he's like, "What?" He's like, "What?"
What's that? We've
what?
suffered some. Okay, we've suffered a lot.
Supper?
No, Safford.
It's really hard to have a discussion over the what's happening all over Bud. And I mean all over Bud. Like it's
Oh man.
like Nat 1 followed by Nat 1. It's just covered in screaming fibers. Anything else on your turn?
That might go down as the worst all-time use of 100 gold.
That's true. That's true.
No, no, nothing. No, that's it. That's my turn.
Okay. Chicholito.
I'm going to... I don't know.
No. That went horrible.
Yeah, what a nightmare.
I went real sideways.
I don't know what this is, but I do not want to fight it. It's so big and I'm so small. Jeez. I'm going to...
Should set up some terrain.
I'm going to move behind it. I'm going to move to, like, flank it.
Move around.
Yeah. And I'll ready an attack. If it attacks me, I'll attack it.
Skirt around behind and prepare an attack. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Bud. There's screaming all around you.
I'm gonna rage, scream with the screaming.
Yeah.
And
match your screams.
I'll match the screams. And I'm pretty angry how that went. And I'm going to I'll ready. I don't know. I will try to hold out my arm for like an arm wrestle to like maybe even grab his arm and start the process before he consents to it.
Yeah, go make an athletics check with disadvantage.
Okay.
Try to grab his arm to pull him down into an arm wrestle.
13. And then is it a strength or athletics? It's an athletics.
Athletics.
So dirty 20 with disadvantage.
Dirty 20.
Ooh.
You go to reach out to grab at his arm. As you do, the form shimmers and dissipates. And you grab the hold of the arm of this like half bear man who has like an axe at his side.
Yeah.
But you do successfully grab the this bear man.
And can I just like chest bump some of my screaming stuff onto him?
Try to shed some screaming.
Yeah, or like rubbing it off onto him.
Just rub on him a little bit. Yeah, it's a bonus action. Yeah, give me a rub check.
Should I use my?
We'll call it an acrobatics check to make that happen.
Rub check.
I'm actually proficient in rubbing.
Should I use my action surge for that?
No, you
like...
just bonus action it.
Oh,
yeah.
just okay. Okay, so like a rub, acrobatics. I don't have acrobatics. 8.
8 plus your dex mod. Yeah.
Do I bless this or no?
Yeah, it's a blessed thing.
It is blessed still.
Sure.
Am I still blessed?
Yeah.
Plus the dex mod.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm not proficient in acrobatics, so
that's fine.
But 10.
10. He manages to actually dodge you. You kind of like take your offhand and just like scrape off some grass and try to throw it at it and rub it on him, and it just like misses. Didn't quite
Typical
get
for
his
this jar of
right.
grass. Does what I want it.
Now, Chucholito, you were a bit surprised at this moment as you're not actually right on its butt anymore.
Yeah, what a twist.
It shimmers away from its existence. The large humanoid bear, it gets grabbed, and he's just like, "Grr!" With you having a hold of him, he can't wield his axe as well as he would like, so he's gonna go for it's gonna go for some claw attacks. That is a tries to rake on ya.
Okay.
You didn't attack recklessly, so he doesn't have advantage. So that's a 13 or a 22 to hit.
The 22 hits.
All right. So that's 13 slashing damage,
Oof.
halved since you're raging to
Right.
7.
Okay.
Claw scratches you across the chest. Finds some of the flesh beneath the armor, and that's its whole turn. Yeah, it's an awkward position. Borg.
Seeing him attack Bud, I am going to Sacred Flame.
Sacred Flame. That's
So he's
a
got
dex save.
Correct.
I'm guessing 11 fails.
It does. So he
Is that an area of effect? Because maybe you could burn some of this stuff off me.
Burn this grass.
We'll see. We'll see after all this happens. Oh man, only takes 6 damage. As
6.
a
All right.
gout of holy fire comes down. And that was for a action. For my bonus action, I am going to cast Spiritual Weapon right behind him. Ha 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 ha, and make an attack.
All right.
Oh.
That's not good. Does 12 hit?
12 does hit.
What?
Yeah.
Really? Okay, nice. Then he takes an additional 6 damage.
Ew. Yeah, these attacks are causing harm. So yeah, you are seeing them dig into the flesh and burn at its various skin spots and fur and whatnot. And it does seem to register them as they impact. Next up would be Chucholito.
Okay. I'm going to I mean, can I do a stealth check?
Well, if you get in the flank, there's no reason to. You get advantage from that anyways.
I guess that's true.
Yeah.
Then I will roll up on him and stab him in the back.
Go for it. So you have advantage.
That's a big 21.
And what is this sword you're using?
My +1 short sword.
Gotcha.
So I think it's still a D6, right?
Yeah, it's a D6. And how much is the sneak attack damage?
3d6.
3, so 4d6 total, yeah.
4d6.
Get it.
Is going to be that is 21 all told.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
I rolled very well.
Yeah, the point hits the fur, and the magic of the blade seems to like split the fur, and the sword finds purchase pretty deep in the back. As it just turns around like,
Have at thee, knave.
All right, and is that your turn?
I will, as a bonus action, disengage
Gotcha.
and take two steps back, basically.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. That way, if he wants to come fight me, he'll incur an attack of opportunity.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, you'd have to go a lot farther than that to incur an attack opportunity from Bud because of his crazy reach. But
I can take another step. I have 30 feet. I only used 10 feet.
you can,
So then
you
I
can go
get
just
three
all the way
feet.
back
Yeah,
to the rock
yeah,
if you
three
wanted.
steps.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. Bud. You have a hold of the fur of this creature.
Yeah. I'm going to I'm gonna smack him in the face with my bracer. Just kind of
Just to punch him.
just to punch him.
Sure. Yeah.
Because he didn't really comply with my arm wrestle thing.
Right. Roll an attack.
This is a different dice, and it is a 1 again.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I've never rolled this many ones. This is amazing. I rolled 2 nat 20s this game, and I've rolled like 4 nat 1s.
One of the blades of screaming grass just like falls down right next to your ear, and instinctually you go to like cup your ear to like to block the sound. You accidentally shove the grass blade like into your ear canal,
Oh my
and
god.
it is just inside of your ear, and
This is so annoying.
spend your action just pulling that out of your ear.
All right. Action surge to try to like knee him in the nards.
Go for it.
Okay, let's see. This is a 8.
8 is a miss. Sees you
Wow.
kind of wind up the kick and it just like steps to the side and you kind of kick at nothing while still kind of holding the side of your head trying to get the screaming to stop.
Do I still have a hold of him though?
Yeah, you still have a hold of him.
Okay,
He hasn't
then-
broken it.
we're good. We
Right.
Gucci.
He can't really move because he is he's been grabbed.
Yeah, moving
Um,
on. I'll just stay where I'm at.
He's up though, and he's kind of growls at you, and is just like, "I'm not sure what your problem is, but at least you're strong. You make a
Yeah.
fine addition to the pack." He goes for a bite.
Huh.
That is a wow.
What
That's
the hell
a
is going on?
that's a
This is-
16 to hit.
It misses.
Yeah.
This is-
Bite just clanks off some armor. Yeah. That's its action, and it can't move. Well, they still all this like as the like soundtrack to this battle is constant screaming. Oh my!
Horrible.
Oh my God! Borg.
So confused at what's going on with this like this bro down that's happening in front of me. I am again going to Sacred Flame and hit him with the spiritual weapon.
Yep.
So he's got to make a dex save.
Dex save is 6. Yeah, roll that damage.
Does 11 hit?
The 11 does hit.
Oh my gosh.
This guy has no armor. He's just like basically a upright bear with an axe.
Okay. So he takes 9 damage from the spiritual weapon and then 10 damage from the Sacred Flame.
Nice.
Nice.
Why are you doing this? Stop doing this. What's wrong with you?
Chicholito. All right, so Chicholito is
Yeah. It's gonna be. I'm gonna pull out my bow
okay.
and take a shot at him.
All right.
Where I'm at.
Straight attack.
And that attack is going to be... Ooh! Only a 7.
7 is a miss. It just goes
Okay,
wide, flies into the field.
That's me then.
All right. Bud. What is Bud up to?
I want to hurt him. Did I finally get that little piece out of my ear? The one that was screaming right in the middle?
Yeah, you've managed to remove that from your ear.
I'll just I'll go back to try to smack him with my bracer again.
Gotcha. Straight attack.
This is better. This is better. This is a dirty 20.
A dirty 20. Yeah, your bracer smacks him in the face. You notice in particular the fist hit the face and it do no damage. Hits and the fist just, does nothing. I don't know if you've seen the Castlevania series, but like when the human punches Dracula in the face and it does nothing.
Yeah.
Basically that.
Okay. Interesting. Ah! And then that's it. That's
going on still.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you still have a hold of him though. He hasn't made any attempt to like break free of that. That'll be Bud. Now. Something. No, he's gonna keep doing that. All right. He just goes to bite Bud. That is a 23.
Yeah, that hits.
All right. So that's 10 piercing damage, halved to 5 for you.
Okay.
And you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, here we go. This is with the one that keeps rolling all the ones.
Oh boy.
It's not a 1, but it is a 10.
A 10. Okay. You do feel all the fur on your body tremble and grow slightly as this screaming in the side of your head has been going on, to where at this point the entire world is drowned out by these screams. Like
I'm going mad.
It's like super tinnitus if it was somehow worse. And yeah, it is unpleasant. You're dying for some headphones with some kind of tune playing.
Yep.
You are not feeling good. Luckily, this doesn't feel that different to you from like raging with the screams in the ears. Yeah.
I'm sort of like, shrugging it off. I'm joining it. I'm joining the scream.
Right. All right. So that's that guy's turn. We are back on Borg.
All this is still going on. I'm just gonna keep sacred flaming and hitting him.
Right.
So he's got to make another dex save.
Yes.
And wait, no. Why am I rolling 3 of those?
He does succeed.
Okay. To hit, that was pretty high. So he takes. Ooh! I rolled a 1. He takes 4 damage
Oh.
from the weapon that just hits him.
Right.
At this point, I kind of take a look around. Are we alone? Is there anyone else in the area?
There doesn't seem to be anybody else around. Although you do see that this bear man, his stance kind of changes. He seems to be standing more upright, like he wants to say something, but he's still getting flamed and smacked and stuff.
Okay.
Um,
Hold on. Stop attacking him.
Chicholito?
I will pull out my sword and close the gap.
Okay.
To flank him.
Yep.
And then I will hold my attack until Borg says something else, I guess.
Okay. Fair
Or
enough.
until if the bear makes an attack, I'll attack him.
Bud.
Okay. So, kind of smacking him did nothing. I will.
Smack him harder.
Yeah, I was thinking of doing that. With my offhand, can I try to dig around for my my mind soothing potions?
Sure.
And and if I find them, I'll try to get a grip of all of them and just kind of smash them on top of my head.
Oh, okay.
Just to try to maybe douse some of this action.
Yeah, make an attack roll.
Okay. Would this be like an unarmed attack?
Yeah, well, just like your normal strength attack.
Okay. Is a 17.
Yeah, you grab what you have left of your mind calming potions.
Yeah.
And a big handful and just smash all the vials on your head.
Yeah.
We'll say you take 7 slashing damage, reduced to 3 from your rage. And the weird tea-like tonic just pours over your head. And yeah, that's what you've accomplished.
That's what I did.
Yeah. The bear man goes to kind of knock your hand away to get it off of him. Go ahead, if you want to keep holding on, make your athletics check.
Yeah. Yeah. Nat 20.
So did he.
Oh.
Double nat 20s. What's your total? I guess it's an athletics check, technically.
Athletics?
Yeah.
It'd be +7 because I'm proficient in athletics.
You guys watch this bear just effortlessly smack Bud's hand away, and Bud's hand goes up and then comes right back down on his shoulder and gets a tuft of fur and keeps a hold of him. And he's just like, let go! It's like, looks over at Borg and it's like, stop! Knock it off!
Bud's
That's enough! So it does not make any attack this turn. Borg.
I just stand there and wait because you said that he looks like he was going to say something, so I'm not attacking.
He's saying, wait, stop, hold on.
I'm gonna hold my sacred flame action.
Gotcha. Chicholito?
I'm gonna fucking stab him. He had a round and he didn't say anything. He doesn't get 2 rounds of saying stop. He's gonna get stabbed.
Okay.
It's not how that works.
Chuchi's not having any of it.
I'm flanking. Do I get advantage?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so that's 21.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
And it's going to be 22 damage.
Ooh, yeah. He feels that. He's just like, stop. He tries to knock away the grapple hand. Grapple hand just locks right back down, and then just gets stabbed in the back. Borg, it appears fighting is happening, which may trigger your sacred flame.
I'm still gonna hold it. I'll hold it until he attacks.
Gotcha. So, Bud, what are you doing?
This is the weirdest fight I've ever had. I feel like I've fought mostly myself.
I mean, you beat the shit out of yourself, that's for sure. You're losing to yourself.
I'm losing to myself, and that means half of me is winning. I will. Gosh, this guy. Okay. With my offhand, I'll pull out my black orb of darkness from the Hero of the Moonweaver tomb,
All right.
and I will just be like, "Oh, be careful, or I will kill us all." So,
Yeah, give me a deception check.
okay. 6.
6. Sure. All right. You are holding the big black orb. Just a moment. Oh, never mind. All right. He is up. He looks down at that and is the axe that he's been kind of holding off to the side, waiting for a moment to be able to swing it properly. He just like drops it and takes a knee and goes to try to like hold the black orb that you've pulled out. Says something. Does anybody speak? I don't think anybody speaks Sylvan, do they?
No.
It seems to say something at it, almost like chanting or pleading or something. It's hard to tell exactly what he's getting at. But that's his whole turn. Comes around to Borg.
Again, I still hold sacred action or sacred flame. I'm so confused at like this massive boar charging out of the forest, and then he shrinks down to a smaller one, and then he starts like having this fist fight with Bud, and then all the while he's like, "Good job, brother." All of this is Borg's mouth is once again agape. I'm just waiting to see what happens next.
Just looking around, being like, "This place is weird."
Yeah, like what is happening?
Chicholito?
This shouldn't surprise you, Jeff. You know one thing about Chicholito, and that's that he does not deal in grays, and the Feywild is an entire realm of tomfoolery, and Chicholito has no patience for it. I will attack and hopefully kill this bastard bear.
Yeah, with advantage.
Okay, my attack is going to be a 26.
That is a hit.
And it's going to be 18 damage.
All right. All right. Yeah, the sword.
I'll say when I stab him the third time.
Yeah.
I'll say you better start thinking of a reason for us to keep you alive.
The sword does poke through the front of his chest a bit.
Oh, well then never mind. I won't say that.
He's still alive.
Then I will say
that. You just notice this heavy wound, and it reacts, but it doesn't stop its focus on the orb. It's not fighting the grapple or even really the stabbings. It's just cradling the orb, staring into it.
This thing wants me to kill it so badly.
Bud, it'd be your turn.
Okay. If I can even think sanely, since he's kind of stopped, he's not really like resisting anymore with the grip, right?
Right. Actually, your rage might end because I don't think you've technically attacked or been
Oh,
attacked.
I didn't attack him on the last
Yeah.
one. No, I just. So yeah, my rage ends, and I'll just.
Wait, didn't you smash bottles on your head last
That was
turn?
a previous turn.
That
Before
was
that,
the previous
last turn you
time.
just pulled out the
Last time
orb.
I just pulled out the orb, and I will. In common, I would just be like, "Explain yourself." And there's lots of screaming, so I have to yell it really loud.
Explain yourself. It's still happening all over this place. Bro, interfering with any kind of calm thought anyone would be having. Yeah, that's fair. It's still cradling the orb. It's just like, the moon weaver. Oh, God, this fucking grass. This moon weaver's orb. Where did you find? How is it here? Please stop stabbing me. As he turns back to Chicholito.
That is not a good reason to keep you alive, sir. This is not a time for questions.
If I die here with this, that's the best way to go. But I'd rather not. I can show you what you summoned me. In all fairness, it's probably Borg's turn. But if you guys want to like pause for a moment and hear him out, he seems to be talking.
Yes.
I would, yeah.
Yeah. I might need to back up so the others can hear.
Just so anybody can hear anything.
But I don't want to like take the. He's like kind of holding the thing in my hand, right? So
he's like, you can take my axe. Can I just
screaming baby is really something.
I mean, this is really just keeping us in character.
That's right on.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That is just
right on cue.
constant.
Yeah,
so,
like.
Bud, you let him hold the orb as you like back up past the trees. So
I want to back up toward where, like, behind that rock, so people can even talk to him.
Right.
I'll just like be like, I'll just be over here if anybody needs me, and I'll start trying to pick out the grass. I don't know.
Right. You start picking it off. It's like trying to get glitter off of you. It's just like it's gonna be like it's just clung to you, screaming.
All right. I take off the flex of as much as I can.
They're doing your best, yeah. Weirdly, have Bud give me. It'd be a straight perception check.
Okay. 6.
Okay. You do notice the screaming reduce, but it's still going pretty good as you're picking stuff off. The giant bear man just where's a good option here? Don't have
the screaming reduced.
The screaming is reduced. Is slightly reduced, like a baby who's been fed. But still constant screaming.
Still there, but
still there.
Keep picking the grass off. It's working. It's working.
This bear man just sits kind of cross-legged while having massive wounds, but just sits kind of cradling the orb. Just looks up and goes, "You all called for my presence. When I arrived, there were the pixies. I killed those I could find. But if you've summoned me and you're not there to fight with me, it's a challenge. So I chased you down to follow the challenge. It appears you don't wish to challenge me? I'm very confused."
Okay, you're sending some mixed signals because you were like, please stop killing me. And now you're like, why aren't you killing me, you pussy?
There seems to be some cultural divides here.
I mean, I'm ready to fight. Do you want to fight or do you want to talk? It's your choice. I'm leaving it up to you.
He looks over at you and he's like, you never howled. I have no concern with your being.
Alright, so we just want to get out of here safely. We're trying to get to Singorn. We didn't know howling would bring you about. We were told to not to howl, and we were in a position where one of the only other options was to howl. So we howled. You're here now. We just want to go.
I'm very confused by this. Someone said don't howl, so you howled? But, if you would like to get the Singorn, if you could part with this, I would give you safe passage.
Oof, that's tough.
What is the significance of this thing to you?
My and my people's gift is centered on this. This is a symbol, but it could act as a conduit for us to speak with our creator.
Well, it seems like it's getting a lot more use than what we were doing with it.
So you would use this to speak directly to the Moonweaver?
Yes. If I can return this to our, as you say in common, residence, the place we keep for our children and wounded, the place we rest. There's a scrying stone there. This should mount on it and allow us to speak with her.
A scrying stone, you say?
Indeed.
Like this one, Medusa!
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah.
Look through this and turn to stone.
I mean, there are a bunch of scrying stones out there, right? This is just one. I won't talk to everyone who has a car and be like, you have a car?
Right.
Do you know the legend of the Ford? And all right.
The one known as the Explorer.
All right. Well, that's a deal you need to make with Bud here. This is his bowl that he had enchanted.
Everybody make a perception check for me.
Ooh. 22.
16.
Borg, you notice that the grass that was all on his head, where he smashed those vials, all of those grass blades, those have all gone quiet. And as he's taken the blades off, they've all quieted down completely. You kind of put two and two together and realize that the calming tea calmed the grass that it came into contact with. You may only have a moment before the fluid is dissipated, but if you can spread that over the rest of the blades, it may calm them and allow you guys to move on without being screamed at for the next week.
Do you have any more of that juice? I feel like it's working with the grass. We gotta spread it. We just gotta oil you up as quick as we can.
That was it. That was all. It's just the 4 vials I smashed.
It was all right.
Make a medicine check for me, Borg, to see if you can like scrape some out of his fur to cover the rest.
Choo-chee Pigman, I'm gonna need your divine hands to massage this oil around. That's gonna be 15.
15's good. You managed to wring enough out of his out of the fur on his like head and neck to cover the rest as you kind of smear it off, and the strange calming properties seem to apply to the grass as you guys get it washed off of Bud.
Oh, nice.
And so you manage to circumvent the being screamed at for a week as you back away carefully before the tonic dries on the remaining purple.
Oh, thank God.
I just won't take a bath or anything for a week.
I feel like that's pretty normal for you. I
Yeah,
feel like that's...
I like my natural fur oils.
Yeah, we've been traveling for a while, and I don't think I've ever seen you take a bath.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
like spray some dust on yourself like a chinchilla. I've seen you roll around in the dust sometimes.
Sure, like a little mud bath. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I mean, this orb is special to me, not because of where I got it, but because of who made it more of a manageable size. And his name was Prov, and he got launched off of a airship that we came here on. And I'm sad. But
The werebear is staring at it, just going like, I don't know what most of that means, but I thank you for this.
Yeah, I would give it to you, but just know that it reminds me of a good friend, and I hope that you guys are happy with it.
Deals made here are sacred. I will see you safely to Singorn.
Thank you.
Done and done.
You guys do see a shadow start running across the field, come up over the edge, and it's just like being swarmed by like shadow bees. As Erders just like blinks into existence from that, and it's just like it's swatting bees away from himself, and then like but there's no more bees around him, and so he's just like he kind of sees you guys over the hill and it's like gives you a wave, as you all have found each other there, and now with a bearish man who has negotiated safe passage, and that might be a good place to call it for today.
Yeah, and get new dice.
And get new dice.
Yeah.
The 20s were nice, but the 4 1s almost in a row.
Man, my end also, I had that double nat 20 on the disadvantage, what was it, the ballista shot from a goblin? That was, that was nuts. I was like, oh, a nat 20. And a nat, okay. So this untrained goblin on the ballista just, like, headshots the giant.
It's a lot of doing a lot of damage to people trying to kill us and then being like, oh, never mind.
Yeah. Well, we're going to have all of you guys level up to level 6 for next time. You want to roll hit points for whatever you're going to do class-wise.
I gotta keep rolling, right?
Right?
Oh, yeah. You're doing some heavy damage.
Smoking some heavy doobies.
Get that straight rogue up to like barbarian HP levels.
I mean, if I get another like 8, we'll be looking at it.
Yep. Many thanks to Liam for playing the part of the Screaming Grass and the Feywild.
That was so incredibly appropriate.
Just like, oh my.
Shall we see what we're doing here?
Oh.
No, that's a D10. What do we got?
Oh, come on!
Are you
saw it happen?
I saw it happen.
You saw it happen.
What?
That's so good.
Man. The invincible Chucholito.
What's funny is the first time I like when I was setting it up, I accidentally rolled it, but it was a D10. And I was like, beans.
Oh.
So I'm up to 58 hit. Oh, sorry, Constitution. I'm up to 61 hit points.
My God.
You have more than me. I have 60 now.
Oh, jeez.
So you have more. That's with a barbarian hit, or I guess it was fighter and then barbarian now. I'm gonna take one more barbarian. All this screaming is really
brought you back to your roots, yeah.
channeling me into that.
That'll be good. You got put you up to that extra attack. That's a good place to be.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Reckless attack, right?
Borg, I
I
don't
gotta
know
figure
what.
out something to do with all these hit points, man.
Yeah. Borg's sitting on all those cleric spells.
Oh, this would have been nice to have, but advantage on dex saving throw.
Oh yeah.
That would have been nice.
Sorry, what'd you say about Borg?
You got well, you're just clericing it up with the cleric stuff.
Straight cleric.
Oh,
No
yeah.
deviation.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, guys. Good times. It's been a while since we've been in the Feywild, where are in danger of purple grass.
Man, can't believe that went so bad.
Nat one followed by nat one. Yeah.
That's the most unlucky thing.
There's been an interesting combination of the unluckies with the luckies. Hi, Papa. Come here, puppy. Come on.
Can you only take expertise in something that you're proficient in?
Yes, because it doubles your
That's
proficiency. So, that
makes
would
sense.
make sense.
Are you off stream?
No, still streaming.
Oh, did you need a baby?
Baby. Oh, baby. I got you, buddy. I got you, bud. Thanks for playing.
Hey,
Thank
Tell lady we said hi.
you. Everybody says hi.
uh,
Don't
Alright.
want to say the name on stream.
I guess I should stop the stream. Thanks for stopping by. Plus a screaming baby. Plus a screaming baby.
Plus the screaming baby. All right.